Are we live? Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Oh,
Internet.
now it says live. Hello, everyone. There we go.
Hello, Internet again.
All righty. Hi, Eliza, Allie.
Hey, everybody.
If your name is not in your username, I would love to be able to know what to call you. Doesn't have to be your real name if you don't want it to.
Yeah.
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 I don't know your life.
I am going to redo this again. So not like the whole computer thing. Holy shit, that would be outrageous.
That might take a little bit. There's some technical difficulties, guys.
I'm just trying to get the chat up.
All
Which
right.
will take not much effort.
Hello,
So.
Alea. Janessa and Britt. Hello. Welcome.
Does anyone by chance happen to watch Game Grumps on a semi-regular basis?
Nope.
Anybody? No. just me. Isn't it wild how there are so many like YouTube channels that have like literally millions of subscribers, and then you're like, who is that? Like,
yep. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it was interesting that I didn't know Booktube existed for like the longest time.
I know, isn't that bonkers?
Yeah. Because it's like such a actually tiny community, but there's so many of us that have our own channels that it blows my mind.
Right. Yeah. Allie, okay, so the reason that I brought that up is because there's like they were playing a game called Shovel Knight, and there's like a whole segment in there where like one of the guys that plays the games or whatever does this where he's like, hello. That's how he said. He's like, Infinidagger. It's, I don't know, it's a thing. If you watch it, you understand. But just me. Just me. So how have I managed to make chat work literally every other time that we've done this? And right now
you just like not see it at all?
No, I can see it. It's just like I'm getting like one line of text at a time.
Okay, I was having that problem too. I just moved the window off screen so I can see I didn't shrink the window down.
Oh. But okay. I know how that means. I know how works. I know how computers. Allie, it is Dan that does that. If you're a person that likes video games, like if you're into video games, like Game Grumps is really fun to watch.
Cool. Is it like a reviewer show?
No, it's like a Let's Play channel.
Oh, cool. I don't really watch a lot of gaming stuff, but I should.
Oh my
I feel like it'll just make me sad because I don't have
a pop out chat. That's probably how I've been doing this, right? I've just always been sober when I started. So.
Oh, what is that? Oh.
Did you know that? There's a button for a pop-out.
Are you kidding?
Like, the whole window is just...
oh my god, I feel stupid. I have never known about this. Oh, guys, make sure to click live chat, not top chat.
Oh yeah, I've had to fix that 17 times, I feel like.
Anyway. Right. Well, that's so much better. So now I can actually... One second, guys. We got stuff happening right now. There's 12 of you. Yay!
Yeah, and somebody is from frigging Portugal. Like, holy shit.
Oh, I know your name. I swear. Oh no. Welcome. Like, there's so many people's like screen names that I'm like, I know who you are, but it's escaping me right now.
There are literally people that I see on a regular basis in real life, like out in the physical world, that I don't know their names. I just call them like made up nicknames in my head.
Oh yeah.
Specifically at the restaurant where Greg works, old husband Greg TM. There's a guy there that I swear looks like young Shakespeare. So I call him Shakespeare.
I like it.
there is a guy who has his hair. It's an African American man, and his like the braids, the way that he has his hair braided and colored, looks like a Spider-Man logo on his head. So I call him Spider-Man. But then there's also a guy that works there that looks like this new kid that, if you ask me right now, I couldn't tell you his name, but like the new guy that they have playing Spider-Man, the person is like
Tom Holland.
Yes, he looks like him, so I call him Peter Parker. So there's a Spider-Man, and then there's also a Peter Parker.
I love your Spider-Man nicknames. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's how my head works up there, and so everybody has nicknames. So.
I would give people nicknames that sounded similar to their name, so I'd remember their name, but then I would forget their name and just call them the nickname.
Well, the problem is like when I'm trying to like talk to Greg about these people, I don't know their names to begin with, so I'm like, that one that looks like Peter Parker, or that one that looks like Shakespeare.
And he's like, what?
Yeah, he always has no idea who the hell I'm talking about.
Oh no. All right, guys, are we drinking? Anybody drinking?
Yeah. When we were watching the live show last night, I put in the chat, they were like, what's everybody drinking? And I was like,
oh my God, I was
believe it or not, gasp, I'm not. And they were like, straight up like,
pregnant?
Everybody was like, I don't believe you. I was like, I'm really not, no.
When you said you weren't drinking, I was straight up going to be like, why? And you were like, no, I'm hungover. I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I was so surprised I wasn't hungover this morning.
Oh, I did drink a bottle of wine the night before,
yeah.
But it was spaced out and I ate food, so I was fine. I wasn't actually hungover, but I don't know. I think it's probably also because I knew this was going to be a thing, so I didn't want to be like,
See, I was just like, I'm going out, and apparently I'm going to get fucked.
Yeah. That was so funny this afternoon when I was looking through those, and like every other like Snapchat, or not Snapchat, but like Insta story, you were like, hey, and then like you had like an actual like Instagram post, and it was like, hey, and I was like,
I literally had to go back,
but it was like, so I was like, okay, little pirate.
That's me. Oh, I like opened them this morning. I was like, delete, 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 delete.
I do that on Snapchat a lot. That's why I'm really glad that like Snapchat is not a thing that I don't know, the young ones use. Nobody, like I have like 3 people from Booktube that follow me on Snapchat, so I've also gotten a lot better. I just don't use it as much. I keep my drunken shenanigans to myself.
I usually do, but last night I was in fine form. I was off my rocker. I woke up and I was like, I don't even know what I'm saying in the fucking elevator one, and I was just like,
that must be one that you deleted before I got a chance to see it, because I don't remember.
I immediately deleted that.
It was just like most of the ones that I saw were like fairly normal things. So it was just like, hello, we are here at a place. Hello, this is a person that I'm friends with. Hello, look at my beers. Hello, look at my beers with like ambiance. I don't know.
Ambiance. Pretty much.
So it must have been after you got your sober mitts on it and deleted stuff.
Yeah. Oh, this is not the content I want on my public YouTube related Instagram.
Oh my God, I forgot that I was already like book shopping earlier today.
Yeah.
I have like $100 worth of stuff in my cart for Book Depository, like another $60 worth of stuff in my cart for Book Outlet.
I need to make an order for Book Depository to order that Six Rose UK cover.
That's one of the things I have. That, and then I've been eyeballing those house editions for the Harry Potter books. They have the first 2 out now. And so it's been like well over a year that I've been like thinking, because it was like when the first one dropped, I was like, obviously I need that.
Yeah.
And then I've just been sitting on it like, no, you don't need to spend money on a book that you already have multiple copies of. Don't do that. And then the other day I was like, you know what? That Six of Crows dropped, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get them all. So I went to do it, and my card, because it's like somewhere outside of the US, immediately declined as like a fraud protection thing. So I have to like call the bank or whatever. But at that point, the bank was already closed. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't do it. And then I was like, no, you know what? Fuck it. I deserve it.
Yes.
So I have to call the bank tomorrow. And since then, I've added on a lot of other things because I found Record of a Spaceborne Few at Barnes & Noble the other day. So I grabbed that. And then I was like, well, now that I have that, I have to obviously get the rest of the books that match this particular cover. And so now I have the other two of those Becky Chambers books in the cart. And then when I was doing Nevernight and God's Grave, I checked them out from Overdrive. So I don't actually own any of those. And so then I was like, well, maybe since I'm here and I'm doing it anyway, and this is just like the theme is like, let's buy a bunch of books I've already read, I should probably pick those up for sure, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Then I was having a hard time deciding on like which cover, like which edition I wanted to get. And then I was like, well, if I pre-order it, I'm gonna get like the standard US hardback. So then I should get those. But then they didn't have both of those, but they did have like so what is the one that you have the poster for God's Grave?
That's the UK cover.
Yeah. Well, but it's like a particular one though, right? Because there's a variant of that cover that doesn't have like the big blue circle and the big red circle, and it's just the text without the color. It's just like black and white on the cover. Or like just part of the text is in color.
I can't say I've seen that.
Yeah. Well, that was the only editions that they had the same edition in both.
No, I think I have seen them.
Yeah, so that's the ones that I ultimately decided to go ahead and get because I mean, like they're like $9 a piece or something. So I'm excited about that. That's also in my cart. So that's like it's like $88 and some change or something, I think, for those. But it's literally $88 worth of books that I've already read. I guess I should probably get catched up on the chat. I also love Jacksepticeye. See, that's from like way back when I was talking about Game Grumps. But yeah, I also and Ninja Sex Party is really fun. That is, it's Danny from Game Grumps and then Ninja Brian who runs their social media account.
Cool. Hi. We'll be right back. I am gonna go Shanghai a fan because I'm dying.
Oh yeah.
I'll be right back.
Do that. Let's see what else. New series Castle Rock from Stephen King. I have not watched or honestly even heard of such a thing. But I mean, it's Stephen King. It's probably good, right? Maybe. I don't know. That seems to be the general consensus. I've never don't hurt me, but like don't at me, but I've never actually read any Stephen King. It's not something that I'm super into. But is it on Hulu? Is that what I'm learning here? I've watched, what is it, 11/22/63 on Hulu. It was really good.
Alrighty, guys, I'm back. Hopefully that's not too loud, but if it is, I'm not going to change it.
No.
Okay, good.
That was my focus face.
I thought you were rolling your eyes at me.
Can I hear it? Can I hear it? Can I hear it? No, I couldn't hear it. Since I spent all day in the pool, it was so funny. Like I came home at a decent time where I probably like could have showered and put on makeup and looked like an actual human person. My mom was like, "So you're gonna get ready soon?" And I was like, "No." I just no.
That's good. That's good because like the last time I was like, "Hey, just put me in your live show." I got nothing. I just was so tired of like.
She asked me earlier if I was gonna get like dressed up and stuff, and I was like, no. Like the last one was my birthday, and the one before that was like a subscriber celebration thing for yours.
Yeah,
so like
was so like I literally just texted you. I was like, we should do this.
But this is like, hey, do you want to hang out? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, let's do it. It's been a minute. What lighthearted, fluffy, and summer YA contemporaries would you recommend to fans of Jenny Han and Morgan Matson? So, fun fact, I have read neither of those authors.
But I was gonna say, like, you don't do a lot of like light, fluffy contemporaries in general.
That's not really my genre, actually. Yeah. The only contemporary I've read so far and absolutely loved was Emergency Contact. by
Was it really
Mary
good? I've heard
H.K.
so many mixed things.
I loved it. There are some people that don't love the
It
main
seems to be
character.
a little divisive. Yeah, it's like
it has some
either love
divisive
it or
qualities. But it's also not light and fluffy because it's about these two
right.
college students.
That's where I was saying. I was like, I mean, I would actually say most of like Taylor Jenkins reads older stuff. That's actually not true. That shit's not light. That shit will make you cry.
It's gonna make you cry. Like it'll hurt you real bad. I also read
that.
I read that's the thing, is that I don't really read YA anymore, contemporary wise, light and fluffy ones at least. Actually, there is one that's about an asexual girl, but she's not aromantic and she loves love. But I cannot remember the name of it. That was light and fluffy. Yay! People love emergency context. I really like
what's Becky Albertalli's books are pretty light and fluffy. Those are good. Which, speaking of, I had intended to talk about it in like a wrap up, but then you know, I don't know, life happened and I got lazy and I haven't filmed one in like 4 months or some shit. Fucking Leah on the Offbeat.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it.
I did not like it. It's kind of like she's kind of an asshole.
Oh,
it sucks because like everybody, like I love her so much from Simon, but then you get so everybody's super hyped to get this book that's like Leah, and then it's like, why are you so terrible?
Yeah. And Terrell, YA horror novels for fans of Stephen King. I just read The Haunting of Elizabeth Cray. That's one of my favorite horror novels. Looking at my shelves because I can't remember anything. I feel like there's a YA one that I can't think of right now. Sorry, guys. It's like real high. So my uptake on like recommendations might be a little slower. I also feel like YA horror is hard because like that's like The Merciless, and that book is fucking terrible. But I did recommend a whole bunch of spooky-ish reads in my latest video.
Yeah, which I haven't watched yet.
Confession.
That's okay. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched it yet. I watch all of your videos.
No, I was like, I don't think I have time to do this. I'll just do it. And I filmed and uploaded it in like one day.
Yeah, I had intended to like vlog my Florida vacation, and then I intended to do a vlog for like building the chicken coop the other week, and then I intended to vlog like this trip that I just took to float the Guadalupe, and now I've just decided like I have all these little like vlog clips, and I guess at the end of the summer I'm just gonna compile them all into one and just be like summer adventure vlog.
There you go.
It seems weird to like post just like a bunch of different like separate vlogs at this point.
I mean, I really liked Allie from Hardback Hoarders. She keeps doing the like random months vlogs. I like that because it's like really interesting. And I like doing vlogs, but they also haven't been getting a lot of views. Like, not to say that views are like super important, but
no, I
do make the content so you guys will watch it, and it doesn't seem like you're watching it. So
I don't know. That's weird to me because I mean, like I personally have been watching all of them.
No, there's definitely some people that really, really like the content. I love making vlogs.
Yeah.
But I also think that I've done 4 of them now, and I've kind of run out of content for them. So maybe when I have more content, I'll do them again.
Yeah.
So
it's really weird because like also I hear people say that a lot. You know, it's like, well, this kind of video doesn't get views and this kind of video doesn't get views. Like specifically like in the booktube, you know, little niche or whatever. But it's like, okay, but what does? Like,
well, it kind of
unboxings, book hauls, like you can only do so many of those before I'm like,
yeah, it's like it really depends on what type of vlogs you like or like videos you like.
Yeah.
Like my most frustrating thing about views was like people were like, oh, people only make negative reviews for views, and I'm like, so like clickbait is a thing.
You actually feel like, then fine, you know, like I wouldn't lie and be like I hated this book when I actually really liked it, but
It doesn't make sense.
I still haven't read We Are the Ants. Is that bad? Have you read that?
I own it and I have not read it.
Oh, it's one of those books.
Yep. I have kind of debated getting rid of it. I'm not gonna lie, because it's not my type of thing. But like, Dylan, the reader, like loves it, and so I'm like, maybe I should try it.
Right. I have the hiccups already. It's so early for the hiccups.
Ooh, the Sinlin is Sins. That sounds cool.
Yeah, Novel Magic, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but like that's kind of what this is gonna be. Like when I finally put this vlog out, like it'll have like bits of me reading, but the majority of it is just like me doing dumb summer stuff. Like I went to Florida with my husband's family, and I went to float the Guadalupe River with my family, and then in between I built a chicken coop, and because country. So I mean, it's stuff like that. And then I started thinking, like I got into this like headspace where I was like, I don't want to be one of those people that only posts about all of like the fun, crazy stuff that I go do, and not like the normal, boring, everyday shit. You know, like I don't want to be one of those people that's like just showing my best life. Like I want to show like the real shit. So I literally have like 2 solid minutes of video of me sitting like eating breakfast by myself in the dead silent. Like,
oh my god. So I really like just general vlogs from like beauty YouTube and like family vlogs.
Yeah, just like vlogs in general. Like
yeah, like I really like Kaylin Nicholson. She does really good stuff. Claire. Hey Claire, I can't remember her last name. They have fantastic like artsy vlogs, and that's kind of what I want to do. And also Monica, from I think her Instagram is Monica K Watson, or she might be Monica.
She might be Monica. Yeah,
her vlogs are fantastic. But that's the type of quality I want, and I never seem to get that type of quality.
That's what is shit.
Cleaning vlogs are awesome. Share one more time.
Brandon Book Addict.
Yeah.
That does like when he does vlogs, they're like very like city, and it's got like the raw like sound and everything, like the raw audio from
I like his channel
ways, and like people like talking and just like general background noise. That's kind of the style that I like, where it's just like literally just like little clips of everyday life, just like I really like that kind of style.
I don't really watch unboxings either, Alea, but I like entered the rep search for the Bookie Box. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Just because I want to try them, because I do like watching a few people unbox things.
Yeah, I think that's my thing. Is person. Yeah, like I'll watch Allie unbox shit like all day.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why.
So I saw somebody ask about Booktubeathon, so we should probably talk about Booktubeathon.
Yeah,
this is a Booktubeathon.
That's kind of what we're here to do.
That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? How many of you are doing Booktubeathon? I'll grab my TBR so you guys see it.
Oh yeah, because you're like a reasonable and responsible person that has.
Yeah, we have to help
TBR
Stephanie do it. Oh, don't hurt yourself.
Okay, have a notebook. I got these backwards. Everything is fine.
Yay! That's awesome, Britt. I participated for the first time officially last year, and I read all 7 books. So I think I'm overly confident with my TBR because I have no time. So we'll find out how this goes.
I also participated for the first time last year, and fun fact, attempted to do every Booktubeathon challenge ever in 1 week. It was like from all of the previous years, all of the challenges.
You do that to yourself?
I don't know, but I did, and it was a lot. But like the one book that stopped me from actually completing it is fucking Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, that's not too shocking. That's not a book to read during a
Nope.
readathon.
That's like, I love the movie, so I was like, well, I'll read the book and watch the movie because I love the movie. Because that was like one of the things was, you know, they do that pretty regularly, book to movie adaptation or whatever the fuck. But that was the only book that stopped me. Like, I got maybe a quarter into it and was just like, fuck this book for every day.
I'm like in the middle.
I daily vlogged last year. If you guys are interested in that, those are on my channel. But
yeah, I think someone did ask if we were gonna be vlogging. Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I'm going to attempt it, but I mean, if you go and look at my channel, you'll see that I haven't posted an actual like edited video in what, like 2 months. So,
first step for everything.
My hopes are not high, but I am going to attempt.
Yeah, I think it'll be more likely that I'll daily vlog than do the challenges. I just had a friend who has a channel.
I'm the other way around.
That was like, so how does this work? And I was like, they release the challenge the day of. And if you work full time, it sucks because you don't have time to upload it. But
yeah, I'm definitely like I'm not gonna compete in any of like the video challenges for sure. Like for sure.
Like if they're super easy, I might do one, but it might not happen.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But for sure. Okay. So what are the challenges? It's like a coin toss between 2 books. It's something you want to do.
And read with a hat on.
That's fine to me because like I actually like I almost put my hat on for this because my hair is so jacked. But like I wear like a little like baseball cap or whatever on a pretty like on bad hair days. Yeah, bitch.
Well, a lot of people were like kind of upset about it, and I'm like, it's better than the one that they did last year where it was read outside.
Yeah,
and that one was like impossible for some people. You can't go outside in 110-degree weather.
Like Joshana, it was literally like it was like 110 degrees where she was. It would be insane for somebody to spend that much, and that's why a lot of those people were doing graphic novels for that challenge.
Oh no, I had a graphic novel and I didn't even read the entire thing outside because I got scared of bugs.
Vengeance Road. It's not in frame. I'm realizing it's up there on the top shelf though. But like I read Vengeance Road outside, but it was like 6 hours probably because I'm not like the fastest reader, but it was like 6 hours that it was like a full day that I sat outside and read.
Yeah,
and
that's
had like 3 fans pointing on me, and like that was just the best I could do, man. I made it work.
Make it work.
Okay. Let's see. Coin toss. Something you want to do? What's the book to movie adaptation?
Yeah, I'm reading Crazy Rich Asians right now, and I don't love it.
With a hat on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What are you guys reading? Leave your TBR in the chat, or at least like the most exciting book that you've got on your TBR.
I have these written down somewhere.
I'm very excited for Into the
green on the cover.
One. It's got mermaids.
A beautiful spine. And 7 books.
Rebel of the Sands. I haven't read that one.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, oh no, Becca, that's not good. I've already changed one of the ones that the coin toss flipped to the finishing school, and I'm not going to read that one. I'm going to read Sorority instead because Sorority is shorter and I'm more interested. Yes, Poppy War. That one is so good. Yes, Snot Girl and the Backstagers are amazing. I only have 1 graphic novel on my list, and it's might kill me. Ooh, Eliza, that's pretty smart. I like that idea. Yeah, so if anybody like wants to get out of that challenge, just pick a book with a hat on it.
I don't know why I said anal. That didn't hurt.
I like don't usually.
Eliza, that's a good compromise. That's a good compromise. Yeah. Picking a book with a hat on the cover. That's good. Or like Chelsea is not doing hats. She's doing one of her like Mickey ear headbands.
Yeah, like you could do a headband.
Like a headband. So the whole point though is like for it to be fun, to like make it you know, like to challenge yourself and do something fun. So if it's something that's going to cause you to not have fun, don't fucking do it. Like that's just how this works. Like
Exactly.
it's for fun.
And a novel, it's Janessa, right? I'm pretty sure you said it was Janessa.
Ooh, I see
But
we're talking about Poppy War.
Yeah, someone started talking about it. It's so good.
It's
Okay, so
good.
I'm doing Jennifer Blood. I got this at like a half price, like big sale. I don't know. It looks badass. So I don't really know pretty much anything about graphic novels when I go into them. It's good to know Gunslinger Girl is good.
I was thinking the same thing. Like that's interesting to me because like YA Western was not a genre that I knew existed before Vengeance Road. And now that I'm aware that it's a thing, I'm like, please tell me all of the ones to read.
Right? I don't think there is a lot of them.
I don't think so either. But like Gunslinger Girl is one of them, I think.
Yeah.
But
when that book came out, I had not one, not two, but 3 separate coworkers show it to me, and we're like, "You would like this," like just based on the cover. They're like, "Hey, look at this."
See, and I was getting ready to say, like, I have this weird, like, internal debate with myself about, like, whether the cover is, like, cute or cheesy. Like, it rides that line. Like, it is.
Oh, yeah, no, it totally does.
Because
it's James Patterson's imprint.
Is it? That makes sense.
So it's also Stalking Jack the Ripper. That's his first imprint.
Yeah. Which I've heard is also very good.
Oh, so Britt says don't go into the Gunslinger Girl thinking about westerns.
Oh.
It is like sci-fi fantasy-esque. Like it has some steampunk qualities. Be open to the storyline. Well, that's intriguing.
Okay.
I'm open to that.
No, that's fair. That's a fair thing. And thank you for telling me that because like that's one of my least favorite things is when somebody tells you that something is supposed to be like one genre and then you read it or watch the movie and you're like, that is not that. Yeah. Like when Will Ferrell did a movie called Everything Must Go or something like that a few years back. And it was like, because it's Will Ferrell, was marketed as a comedy. And then everybody was talked about how shit that movie was. But it's like, no, it's not that bad. It's just that you thought it was going to be funny and it's not supposed to be funny. Like, it's actually just really fucking sad.
Just don't go in unprepared, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to make me a TBR. It's happening. I do have a couple of books picked out. So, like, I'm not starting from complete scratch.
So, what do you have so far?
For something you want to do, I had a hard time with this because, like, most of the things on my metaphorical / theoretical, like, bucket list are all travel things. Like, I want to go to places. Beyond that, that's really it. Oh, hey, T. So, that one was hard. And then I started thinking about, like, books that I already owned that I could, like, read and fit into these things. And,
ooh. That party fouled, but didn't.
I want to be cremated when I die. So,
are you freaking serious? That works.
It totally counts.
It totally does.
So that's my something you want to do.
If anybody has good steampunk recs, leave them down below. I love steampunk.
Okay,
so
I've got one book down.
That one. I've heard really good things about that book, actually. So funny,
I have to, and it's been on my shelf for probably about like almost a year. Like almost a year, it's been on my shelf, and I haven't read it yet. So that's one, and then book to movie. I'm doing A Wrinkle in Time because I actually have never read it, and somebody bought it for my oldest niece for her birthday, and I was like, hey, like we should do a buddy read. Like we should both read that at the same time. So she's been waiting on me to read it, and I've been slacking. So
oh no.
So I'm going to do that for my book to movie because the movie just came out too.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I got. I have two of 7 books.
I like Eliza. That's awesome.
Eliza, that is really fun.
That's so cute.
Geekarella would be a really cute one for that, like to work on a food truck.
Yeah, she works on a food truck.
That book was so cute.
I loved
We were talking about fluffy contemporaries.
Yeah, Geekarella.
Yeah, Geekarella for sure.
And I don't read contemporary, guys. I think that was like the one contemporary. No, I read Queens of Geek.
Yeah, that was one that I
wanted to. That one was cute. That one I would consider fluffy. Like it's a YouTube-esque one. I love that it was like the YouTuber had like 300,000 subscribers and like this other YouTuber had like 1 million. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, she's never gonna notice me." And I'm like, "You're basically famous if you have 300,000 subscribers."
It feels weird to me that I have phone numbers for people that have like 13,000. Like that's weird to me.
It's crazy. And also, Eliza, you said that you're gonna be wearing, or the only hat that you have is your boyfriend's FBI hat. Is your boyfriend in the FBI?
One of those female body inspector hats. Like, is your boyfriend in the FBI?
I need to know this.
We need clarification.
I'm confused. I'm also looking up The Way You Make Me Feel because that sounds like a romance and it has something to do with food trucks and I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And now that you and I are finally, for some bizarre reason we weren't previously friends on Goodreads, you can add it.
I noticed
find it later. I went to look for something that I thought that I had seen you saying you were reading or gonna read or something. And I was like, what was that book that she was talking about? And then, so I went to look for you and then realized that we weren't friends. And I was like, what the fuck is this garbage?
No. Goodreads just aggravates me. Actually,
it's so much better since the update, though, because I never look at Goodreads on a computer. Like, never. So,
I actually have been using it more often, because I hate the app. Like, the app sucks, too.
The app does suck, for sure. But it's gotten so much better since this update.
True. But
Goodreads gotta go
Have you heard of guys, messaging women on Goodreads?
No.
Well, people used to be like, Goodreads is not a dating app. Actually, it happened to Chelsea, one of the last live shows they did, that she was like, oh my God, Aldo and I took bets if he was gonna message me, and he did. And I haven't had one before, but I just got a message from somebody that was from Mark. And he was like, how are you? Thanks for accepting my friend request. Whereabouts are you from? What books do you like? And I'm like, what?
I mean. We can give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's just genuinely interested in your book interests.
This is true, but he didn't have to ask where I'm from.
Well, I have no answer for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was one time where I got I think it was a formulated, just copy and paste, where there was a whole bunch of GIFs of roses in it. It was really weird. Yeah, I'll block that guy. I was like, I don't even know what this is about, but I don't care.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, Allie. Yeah, it's fucking strange to me. Gone with the Wind. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Well, it's just it's not a dating app. Come on. They exist.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm coming from someone that's been married for a fucking decade. I can also understand it. Oh, here's this app that is generally full of people that have the same interests as me. So maybe I can have a conversation with somebody, and if it leads to something else, then that's great. But also that's not what I'm expecting. And I feel that's kind of what that was. You know what I mean? It wasn't blatantly
No, it wasn't gross, which is good. I just
have sex with me, but it was hello, yes, do you want to be friends if we're in the same area? Maybe, but maybe not. That's also fine. I don't know.
That's true. I'm
not ready to punch him in the face.
No, very true.
Based on that, I'm not ready to punch someone. So.
Yeah. The whole ASL question, right? Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, everybody just drop some TBRs for us. Let's get cracking.
Or alternatively, books that have green on the cover.
Whether you have options?
I mean, I went to Barnes and Noble, okay, and I bought like, I don't know, like 8 books.
8 books.
Yeah, I don't know, which is bad because they're like super full price at Barnes and Noble.
Yes,
like, you shouldn't do that. No one should ever go to Barnes and Noble and buy 8 books. It's just, you shouldn't. But I did.
I don't think I've ever bought 8 books at Barnes and Noble, and I worked there for that so long. Not at all, like, you know,
I mean,
like one a day.
Most of them were paperbacks, and most of the paperbacks that I bought were like not the crazy. Like, I picked up a paperback that day that was like fucking $18.
Yeah, they're getting pricier.
What? No. Yep. How dare you? No.
Yep.
No.
Like a YA paperback used to be $9.99. Now they're pretty much always $10.99.
I mean,
inflation.
I can deal with that. I can deal with like I think actually like my cutoff for paperbacks is like $12. Like if it's $11.99, I can handle that because that's still gonna be cheaper than like a $25 paperback. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like when you're asking me to pay $16, $17 for a paperback when I can literally pick up a hardback for like $18, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So I got, like I said, like A Wrinkle in Time, because that's one for sure. Record of a Spaceborne Few.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that the 3rd one?
Yeah. And it had to have just come out. Because I haven't read the 2nd one yet. Kathy. Fucking Tryhart? Kathy Tryhart? Yeah. Yes. So she had an arc of this, and she had like one of those Instagram polls or whatever, where she was like, what should I do? And I was like, literally, why are you asking this question when one of the options is an arc for a Record of a Spaceborne Few? Like, how dare you? Get out. You're offending me. And she was like, yeah, for sure. She was like, everybody said that. I've already started it. And I was like, good.
Good.
So I have those. And then what else did I get? I got, hang on, I'm going to have to pull my earbud out for a second. I don't know, the Disappearances, because it's been on my Goodreads TBR for like 2 years. It was $10.
It looks spooky. I like it.
A little spooks. Little spoopy.
Little spooky.
Little spoopy.
So I'm not gonna lie. I'm very excited for Booktubeathon, but I need Spookathon. Lifelike, yes.
Obviously, I had to pick this up when I saw it.
You need to read it.
I knew it was a thing that existed, and I've thought about getting it like for my Kindle. And I was just like, I don't know. But then as soon as like my hand touched the physical book, I was like, you are mine now.
You are mine now. Yes. It's so good.
And I also bought Goodbye Days by Jeff Sentner, which I feel like I need to read for the readathon because I read Serpent King for the Booktubeathon last year.
Oh, there you go.
So, and then he'll have a new book out by that time next year too. I've already pre-ordered it. Did you know that I went to pre-order Dark Dawn today and it's not available for pre-order? Excuse you, it has a release date. Why can I not pre-order it?
But it's coming out next year.
And your point is? I still want to pre-order that shit. Like, I have so many books on pre-order right now. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
That's another fun thing that we can look at later.
I don't do pre-orders. I know it's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's only 5. I thought I picked up way more than that, but apparently I only got 5. Oh, I may have actually bought a book I already read though.
Oops. I've done it.
Well, I only do it if it's one that I've already read and know that I like, you know? And like I want to own because I'm probably going to reread it at some point. So anyway, I have these are all options for Booktubeathon. Yeah, I mean Halloween's okay, you guys. It's all right.
It's amazing.
It's second favorite.
Second favorite. What's your first favorite? Is it Christmas? Are you canceled?
I'm one of those people.
Okay. God damn it. I can't really say anything though about Christmas because I'm not religious. So it's like
I'm not either.
Celebrate it, but
who
like
the hell do you think I am?
Well,
Neither am I.
I'm saying like it's like I feel weird celebrating it because sometimes people are like, why do you celebrate it? And I'm like, well, I grew up with it. Come on. but Halloween is my thing.
I like Christmas because I like the lights and the cookies and the spending time with your family and like it's like 95% food related as to why I love Christmas. Because
sense.
Also I super fucking love Thanksgiving.
That's the thing, is that I really like Thanksgiving. Like, I like Thanksgiving food.
Thanksgiving is an underrated holiday, honestly.
It is. And like every year we would go to a family, like one part of our family every Thanksgiving. Christmas we'd spend at home. So I never associated it with family unless people came to us.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving has always been like my favorite.
Yeah.
I really want turkey and like potatoes.
I like Christmas trees and Christmas decorations, and like I like driving around and looking at other people's houses decorated with Christmas lights and hot chocolate and like cheesy Lifetime Christmas movies, and like I just like all that shit.
I worked retail for about 6 years now.
Oh yeah, I understand.
Every single Christmas.
Yeah, at a place that is like that is like where a lot of retail places fucking hate like Black Friday. Guarantee Barnes and Noble Christmas was worse because Barnes and Noble had never had like crazy Black Friday sales.
No, so like they have like signed editions.
Like free gift wrapping. Buy all your shit here.
Yeah, you can literally go into like the busiest days of the year are the 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah,
and people buy like $500 to $1,000 worth of stuff just because they haven't bought any fucking presents yet. And it's like, what are you doing? Get your shit together. But also don't spend your money.
Yeah.
Because we need to make money so that we have, Female of the Species is amazing.
I saw that on one of those, like websites that I was telling you earlier that I have like so many dollars sitting in my cart. Yeah. And I was
really
like,
good.
I've seen it, but I haven't ever heard anybody talk about it. The Hazelwood is good as fuck too, though, Eliza.
Yeah, Hazelwood's awesome. It's weird, though.
T, I am married to a Grinch. Like, Greg also hates Christmas, like hates it.
Oh no.
Because he came from a family that didn't have a lot of money, and like people feel obligated to put themselves in a bind because that's what you're expected to do, is to like give gifts to everybody. But like I could give two shits about the gifts. Like that's I hate that part of it for sure. Like the whole like commercial aspect of it. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want that shit.
I think that's the other thing, is that I've seen so much ugly from retail for it that it's like, now that I don't work retail, maybe I'll get to actually enjoy it more.
Yeah. Well, see, and maybe that's the thing. Like for me, like hilariously, I feel like we've talked about this briefly, but like I worked for a adult novelty / lingerie shop, and our busiest season was the month of October, and you were not allowed to request off in the month of October at all because we did Halloween costumes.
That makes sense, actually.
Like all those sexy costumes, like we had all of them, and you couldn't take off. So I never got to do Halloween stuff. Like,
gotcha.
And my family wasn't big on Halloween when I was a kid, so like we didn't do trick or treating and all that stuff.
Yeah, we didn't do spooky stuff because I did grow up religious, like really religious. At least for the person that I am now.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I wasn't. I think I've told you this story. Or I've at least said it on somewhere. I wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter. I was in the second book, and my mom was like, "No, it's witchcraft."
Oh yeah.
And I was the fucking like 8-year-old that went to the library and found a different cover and read it anyway. And then my family ended up with 3 copies of the last book because none of us could wait.
Yeah. That's my grandmother is the only person that's like consistently religious in our family, and when I was reading it, she was like, I don't know, some people are saying some things, and I was like, I know the difference between make-believe and real life. It's totally fine. I promise not to start casting spells. When I was like 13, I had to like have this conversation with her, and she was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I just was like, oh, you don't want me to read it?
Party City, that's the pits. I bet that's a fucking nightmare at Halloween. Yeah.
I've never purchased a sexy costume. I've made my own.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I own several, but mostly because it was like mandatory for us to dress up the entire week leading up to Halloween.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, like, we had dress code guidelines that we had to, so, like, there couldn't be too much cleavage, and, like, if your skirt was too short, you had to wear something underneath it. We weren't, like, slutting ourselves out, but you were supposed to, like, wear the costumes.
Damn.
So
I worked for Victoria's Secret for a couple of years, and our busiest day was always the day before, or no, the day of Valentine's Day.
I was fixing to say,
yeah,
that seems like a last minute Valentine's kind of situation. Same. Valentine's was our second busiest.
Yeah, it always. It's like if you just want free laughs and you don't have anything to do on Valentine's Day, go into a Victoria's Secret and just people watch.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Because
the guys are stressed AF.
Okay. Well, I have to go get a beer. Should I continue to drink beer, or should I grab the bottle of wine that I have? I should continue to drink beer because I've been drinking beer.
Don't mix alcohols.
Yeah.
Or like do it. I don't know your life.
I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna.
So. I like this. I reckon.
And then for real, we've got to finish like figuring out what the fuck I'm gonna read for Booktubeathon, because that shit starts in like 4 hours or 5 hours or some shit.
Give or take some more hours, but
I'm not reading tonight. I'm reading tomorrow. But...
Oh wait, you're 2 hours ahead of me. I was like, it's 5 o'clock. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like 5 till 7 here. So, yeah. Okay, bye.
All right. Okay, guys. Yeah, like, I don't know. Costumes are fun. Like, I just feel like it's like, if you wanna be sexy, you can be sexy. It's your body, it's your choice. You know, fun stuff like that. But there are some times where I'm like, you know, if you're gonna go out, like, I don't know. Like, it's always cold here, so I would not want to go out in skimpy lingerie at all. Alea, I'll have her do that. I'm pretty sure she will. And where do I hide in the Victoria's Secret? I mean, you know, you can just stand, like, I don't know. You can hide in the panty drawers. Dang, it's 1 a.m.? Jeez, you should go to sleep. All right. If you feel comfortable telling me where you're from, I would love to know where everybody's from. I'm from Seattle. I'll start there. It's 5 o'clock here. Got my drink. And I can go through my TBR. So I've already showed you guys. We got Jennifer's Blood. That's the graphic novel. I'm going to wear a hat. I didn't do the Quebec. All right, T. I didn't do like putting the hat on during the video, but if you guys haven't seen the video where they put all of the booktubers versus the book coin toss, that was hilarious. But yeah, so this Into the Drowning Deep looks super, super good. All right, from Alabama, but moving to San Diego. That sounds cool. Idaho, hell yeah. Yeah, the coin toss video is so funny. So good. If you guys were in it, let me know.
Oh, that was good.
It was so cool. Like, I got a thing that was like, I was featured in this video. And I was like, what was I featured in? And she had like, hi, Chelsea. She had so many people in it. It was so funny. And like, I don't know how she was able to like download all of those videos. It was so amazing. But I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed that video. Just even aesthetically, it was fun. Like, I also found a couple really, really good new channels.
I would have started lining my cans up, but I just threw away like all the ones that I've already drank. And also, I'm the laziest person. So like when I put those cans up there, they stayed there for way longer than they should have. Because I don't ever come in here. Like, this is the only time that I'm in here is for, like, this, pretty much. Like,
pretty much live shows, yeah, and, like
live shows, filming, and editing. That's it. That's all I'm in here for. So, I left that night, and then they sat there for, like, 2 weeks, probably. Which is just, like, not okay for beer cans.
That's too long.
It's also really nice though because that means that my doggos don't come in here. So like there's not as much dog fur and dust as there is in the rest of the house.
That's true. That's nice. Alea is mad.
Why are you mad? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll stack the rest of them up there if you want. I promise I'll put the rest of them up there. I'm also hopefully not going to drink as many as I did that night. Shit.
Yeah, I was like, I got a little bit too much, so I only got myself one beer because it's hot as fuck and I need to not drink so much.
I had some earlier, like before we even started. So.
But you also didn't get hammered last night, so.
I didn't. I was a responsible adult.
I did not.
Also, hi, Chelsea. I see that Chelsea's here. Hi.
So, congratulations? What? What's happening?
Oh, she's like at 4,000 subscribers now.
Yay!
I saw that on Twitter right before we started.
Oh yeah.
It was like, well, I mean, it was like damn close. So I'm sure at this point she's got it.
Oh yeah, the whole downloading illegal books and stuff. That was.
Oh yeah, that's fucked.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
My book that I'm most excited about actually has something to do with you, Chelsea. Sort of. It's Into the Drowning Deep.
Did I check that out on the
I mean,
Booktubeathon or not?
It's kind of a tie. Like I've already started. Yep, that book fell. I've already started If We Were Villains, and I'm living for this shit. Living for it.
That's in one of the carts that I was telling you about.
Really? I'm already loving it. Like all of my like Shakespeare like nerdiness is like
yes. Yes.
And this is the one that I chose for what I wanted to do because I did Shakespeare acting and I love this already.
I support this message.
I'm very excited for this to be creepy. It's long though. I'm a little worried. I do not have any time. And Sherry, if you're reading the Preacher graphic novel, go in knowing it's super violent. Like I could not actually. It was the first graphic novel I ever started reading for Booktube, and it's a lot.
I have not completed my TBR yet. I'm still working on it.
Yes,
how many books? 2.
What are the challenges that you need a green book, right?
Okay, yeah, I need a book with green on the cover, and then I have to do the coin toss still, so that's 2 books.
Yeah.
And a book with a hat, a beautiful spine, and 7 books. So I'm thinking for Beautiful Spine, I might do Record of a Spaceborne Few, just because like it is pretty.
Yeah,
like,
go for
simple, it. But it's pretty. So I think we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I did.
I really fucking want to read that book. Like
that was this one. It's actually kind of like meh. Well, it's kind of cool because it's like the last word is like all watery-fied. That's not a word.
Actually, I think since Chelsea is here, I owe her a super huge fucking thank you because I started The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet because of Chelsea. Like, she talked about it so much. And then I was like, I mean, there's no way it's that good, right? Like, it was one of those where it's like, it's not that good. It can't be that good. And then I read it and was like, holy fuck, give me the next one. And then I devoured the next one. And that's why like, when I saw this, I was like, give me.
Yeah, I think I read The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet after watching one of your guys' drunk live shows. And I was so obsessed. But in the drunk live show, I think they said that the second one wasn't as good. Now I'm psyching myself out, and I haven't read it yet.
Okay, so it's not as good, but I will also say that it is different because it doesn't follow the same characters. Like, it takes place in the same universe, and there are crossover characters, but it's completely like you can read one without having ever read the other.
Gotcha.
Which I'm assuming this one is going to be the same way. So. But yeah, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet is that fucking good. So thank you, Chelsea. Thank you. So yeah, Record of a Spaceborne Few is going to be my Beautiful Spine. So now I need to pick a book with a hat, which...
Do you have graphic novels?
No. No, I don't have anything against graphic novels. I just don't tend to reach for them.
Mm-hmm. Have you read Saga?
No, it's on my Amazon wish list. I have like a specific like book wish list on Amazon, and like the first 2 like volumes of Saga are on there. Like not like the where it's like I don't know. It's like the big ones, like the big ones. Like
oh, the omnibuses.
Yeah,
I think that's how you say that word.
Like 2 of them.
Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, I'm like grabbing pops right now.
Okay, okay. Now I'm finally at a point where I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because like, I mean, I could do like I have books that I for sure want to read, so I don't want to leave it up to chance with the coin toss. Like, for sure, I want to read Lifelike, so I can do like Lifelike with a hat.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
7 books. I can call Goodbye Days 7 books. Right. Okay. So,
and Britt, she did pick a book that she wants to do. You should probably let people know because there's new people in the chat. Oh yeah.
Okay. let me jot these other books down before my drunk butt forgets. Okay. Book with a Hat is going to be Lifelike by J. Kristoff. 7 books is going to be Goodbye Days. And so now I need 2 to do a coin toss and 1 with green on the cover. The book for something that I want to do. I was telling them earlier that like it was hard for me because all of the only things that I want to do are travel, and that just didn't sound like something that I wanted to read. It was like one of those like books about other people traveling. I don't know. I've already fucking read Eat, Pray, Love, and I'm not into that shit. Like I don't want it. No hate. It was cute when I read it. I liked it. It's fine. But so anyway, I've had this book on my TBR shelf for a really long time, and this seemed like a good opportunity to use it. And it's Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Lessons from the Crematory, because I want to be cremated when I die. So I'm using this for my want to book.
That's awesome. I love it.
For those of you that missed that earlier, that's what that's for. Okay, so I have to pick a book with green on the cover and 2 books for a coin toss. And then I will have my TBR.
So, do you have some options?
Yeah, of course I do.
Oh, good. Because I don't know what you have, so I don't want to be like, this one! And you're like, oh,
yeah, I'll like, okay, so I can tell you what I have on my TBR shelf. And then also like I'm also open to other suggestions because like as long as it's available on Overdrive or Hoopla, like because I have my Kindle, I can always read books on my Kindle too. Like if somebody's like fucking read this other book, you know, because like I thought about using what is it, like Jade City or whatever that we talked about last time.
That is good. I wouldn't recommend it for a readathon.
Right. And so, but that's the point is I'm open to other things too. Preferably standalones, but I'm not opposed to things.
I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, because Portugal. Bye. Have a great night. Thank
like
you so much for coming to hang out. Yeah, like that's bonkers.
That's crazy. He's definitely jumped in on several of my live shows. That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he's super sweet.
Let's see. Okay, so options that I have for coin toss, like we could do Scythe. I've been meaning to read that forever. We could do Jacoby. That looks short.
Ooh, Jacoby is fun and is short.
The Bone Witch is a thing that I've owned forever and ever.
I will say that one has a cliffhanger that will fuck you in the nuts. So
not that one. Same with like Dark Days Club. Like I'm hyped for it, but like I feel like not the time.
Also has a cliffhanger.
Oh God, then definitely not. I got The Woman in the Cat, or no, The Woman in the Window for my birthday.
I've heard good dish things.
I'm not really a thriller person.
That's all I know.
We'll wait on that too. Armada by Ernest Cline. That's green. That's got green on the cover. I would call
it. You can go with that one. I don't know anything about it.
Wonder Woman Warbringer. Been hold on to that one for a minute.
There they go.
Ow!
Oh, don't hurt yourself.
I tried to catch them. I should not have tried to catch them. My dog started barking. Like,
yeah.
What are you doing? Please stop. You're making too much noise.
You're making too much noise.
He's like a 110-pound German Shepherd that's scared of plastic bags. Like,
oh my God, that's adorable. My mom has a tenant that has a Pitbull Great Dane mix.
What?
And he's terrified of everything.
That's hilarious.
He's so precious.
Good on your mom for allowing that person to rent the space or whatever, because that's the problem that we have is like nobody wants to rent to us because we have German Shepherds. And I'm like, you don't understand. They will pee if somebody looks at them wrong. Like, they are not vicious, I promise.
I mean, he's just a big dog. Like, he's huge.
Yeah.
But I was sitting on the couch, and the couch faces the deck with the sliding door. And I was sitting there, I was talking to my mom, and I look over at the sliding door, which is wide the fuck open last year. And I look up, and I was like, hey, Mom, did you get a new friend? And there's this gigantic dog just like right outside the door staring at me like I'm his
What
dinner.
you doing?
He's like, hi, you look tasty. I was like, Mom. And she's like, no, that's Merlin. It's okay. And I stood up and he ran away. And I was like, well, fine.
Yeah.
He's super cute. He's super cute.
Britt says that Wonder Woman is no good for a readathon. So
take that one out.
Yeah. I have Truth Witch.
Ooh, I like that book. The second one is not good, but that one's really good.
Oh, that's a bummer. Let's see. I have... oh, no, I'm going to veto that already just because I'm not... Like, I'm interested in this book, but it seems a little too long for a readathon, but The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. If anybody has actually read this, I've never heard from someone that's actually read it.
I haven't read it.
I say that. My friend Janae that does Mermaids Reads on Instagram, she's read it, but I feel like that's not a readathon one. And
she's so cute. She commented on my picture. I like tried to do like a more complex TBR picture, and she's like, "It's so good." I was like, "Yay!"
She's so cute. I love her so much.
She's so sweet.
I need to go see them soon. I feel like it's actually. Oh God. Okay, we'll buy headphones. It actually hasn't been that long since I've been down there. All things considered, like I usually go down there once a year, like in the spring, and then they come up here during the winter. But
so did you pick everything?
No.
Oh.
Still no. Oh, I have Everless and The Bells as well.
Oh, I haven't read either of those.
Yeah,
they're both. Bells, I've heard like some things. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like. I bought it because it sounded really interesting to me. That it's like, you know, this whole. It's like a fantastical New Orleans kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Orleans. But like,
for some reason, New Orleans is one of my like top places I want to go in the U.S.
Bitch, come on, I will take you.
Yeah,
it will be so cool. Yeah, like,
that'd be so cool.
The last time that I did Bourbon Street, I swore I would never do it again, but I would do it again for you.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, some reason, I don't know. It was like in high school where I was like, I became obsessed with New Orleans. Like I was learning French, so that kind of makes sense. But
yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's like I used to live further south. It was just like we lived like an hour outside of New Orleans, so I would go down there on the weekends with friends and stuff. And like, I don't know. It is what it is. It is a party city, pretty much.
Yeah,
like
makes
that's
sense.
what people do. Like, I mean, and there are other things to do. It's also a very artsy city.
That's the thing is that I love the history and the culture from what I've heard. Like my dad and my younger brother live in Las Vegas. And I went there last year and it's exactly what you were saying. It's like it's a party city and that's pretty much all it is. But there's nothing about Las Vegas history-wise that I'm like obsessed with.
That sounds super
other than the fact, what?
Yeah, like there's nothing in Las Vegas like, oh, that's super interesting. Like I went to Las Vegas when I was like I wasn't of legal drinking age or gambling age or whatever, so it was just kind of like meh. But then also like gambling is legal here, like we have casinos here, so I've never been like I need to go to there.
Yeah,
it's just been like I walked the strip. It was cool. I'm glad I did it, but like I have no desire to do it again. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just so hot. Like, like,
and that's like New Orleans is fucking humid as shit. Britt, you're only 6 hours from New Orleans. Where do you stay? I'm only 6 hours from New Orleans.
Actually, Ashley, Astrophobia. I might need a breakdown of your username. The mob history is interesting. My dad moved down there, purchased this house, found out that the house had been owned by a guy in the mob, had been funneling money into it. So it's weird as shit. Like his house has like the entire bar from Fawlty Towers, like that really old BBC show, just like in the house. And it's like, you can't tell how big it is from outside, but it's gigantic. Really weird. Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm like.
We go to New Orleans every October. That would be fun.
That would be cool.
Like we can definitely do some research and find some like spooky shops. I've never had a tarot reading and I've always wanted one.
I do too, actually. Well, I had one, but it was like someone brought their tarot deck in from like middle school. And it was totally wrong. Actually, the funniest thing is that I was interested in tarot when I was starting college, and my grandparents on my mom's side that are like super not like that bought me a tarot deck. I don't know where the fuck it went. It's been like, I don't know, a while.
I went through like a time in my life where I was super interested in tarot, so I had a friend that was like actively, practicing or whatever, and she was like, well, I have this old deck and I don't use it anymore, but I'm just letting you know that like the reason I don't use it is because it was like giving me some bad vibes or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. So I did some research on how to like cleanse the deck and then like give like attach it to a new person or whatever. And one of the things that I was told to do was to like sleep with it under my pillow. That's like how you adhere yourself to this deck. And I had literally never in my life had nightmares as bad as I had that night. Like I got up the next day and I told her, I was like, I don't want it. Get it out of my house. Like,
well, there you go. That makes sense.
And so like from that point forward, I'd be like, I'm going to leave that to the professionals. I don't want to do it.
That's a good call. I know they just got me like a cheap
audiobooks
$5 deck and I lost
Eliza. If I decide to do that for one of the, like, if that, like, I mean, I don't know. I could do that for one of the coin toss probably. I could use the bells as a coin toss, and if that comes up, then I'll have the audiobook and the physical books.
I have the audiobook. I put like all of the audiobooks on hold just in case. So I have If We Were Villains. I haven't tried it yet. I just was reading the physical copy, but I tried to get all of them.
Yeah, New Orleans, I don't know. Like I live in Louisiana, and most people, like when you tell them that you live in Louisiana, they're like, "Oh, New Orleans."
Yeah, that's like you're
the South. Like you're obviously Cajun. And it's like, no, like I'm closer to Dallas than I am to New Orleans. So, I don't know, but like I've been like me. That's where Greg and I went for our honeymoon, and then we lived down there for like 2 or 3 years, and so I don't know. It's fun. It's a good time, but like I'm glad I don't live there, basically. And like I said, like I was telling you, like I've done the Bourbon Street thing, a few times, and the last time that I did, I was like, I'm done, never again. Like I was like blackout. Greg had to physically carry me to a place.
No.
Like it was bad.
That sucks.
Well, I mean, it was a good time though. Like
that's true.
But oh, is T gone? Okay,
he's leaving.
Bye, T.
I mean, yeah, I love the culture and like the just in general like mysticism of it. Like,
yeah,
you know, I know for me, it's just like I haven't gone. Well, it's also kind of like when you're like, hey, I'm from Washington. Actually, when I said that I was from Washington when I was in London, when I was in high school, one of the guys I was talking to was like, DC? Or like the capital? And I was like, no, the state.
Right, like there's a place that's not Washington, D.C. Can you believe it?
It's like there's that city and then there's the state, like the big one.
Yeah.
But whenever you tell people, hey, I'm from Washington, they're like, the Space Needle? I'm like, no. Not just the Space Needle. There's literally like the rest of the state. It's literally you drive across the mountains and you're in a completely different like political climate.
Right. Yeah, I understand that. That's another thing too, is like a lot of like New Orleans specifically, but also like the bigger cities like Baton Rouge and stuff are blue. And that doesn't help though. Like our state always votes red.
Yep. It's like last you know, the dark day of doom. Like Washington was going red because a huge portion of Washington is actually farmers. Like like the state is not made up of like people like
progressive.
Yeah, it's like there's a very large red state on the opposite side of the mountains from me.
It's like, yeah, no, it's a very similar thing where it's like the big cities, like the big metropolitan areas are all blue, but the majority of the state is red. It's crazy. And that's why I don't like the fucking electoral system. Electoral college is bullshit. Anyway, books.
Books.
What are books?
Okay, so we got options, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do Armada for green?
I should, right? Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
Why not? I should. Yeah, you're right.
I've heard that, Allie. I've heard that Austin is very blue.
Oh yeah, Austin for sure. Yeah.
I do want to check out.
Hey, but Texas is one of those that like it's gonna switch here real fucking soon, and it's not gonna surprise me. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Like, I know too many fucking people in Texas that lean way more left than right.
They would really determine on the gun lobby. That's so many politics. Moving on.
Yeah, so many. Yeah, so we're gonna do Armada for green. Let's pull that. And now we have. Okay, how do you narrow down 5 books to a coin toss?
Well, hold up the books.
Okay.
Because I've already forgotten.
Here are the 5 that we have narrowed it down to. The Bells, Everlist, Jacoby, Truthwitch, and The Disappearances. The Disappearances I just bought, and it's kind of spoopy, so like I can hold on to that one for a little while. We can wait on that. That's fine.
I would say I've only read Jacoby and Truthwitch. Those would be the ones I pick, mostly because I don't know too much about either of the other ones. And what I do know, I don't like.
So, okay. Well, I also feel like I can hold off on the Bells. Like, that seems like I don't know. It's one of those that I bought because it sounded super interesting and like author of color, like let's support people. But then like the more that it sits on my shelf, the more I'm like, So now I have it down to 3.
There we go.
Actually, you know what? No. Here's what we're going to do. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
We're going to throw the bells back into the mix. So now I have
getting
4.
frisky.
Hang on. 5. I need 1 more. Let's pick 1 more. Sykes. It's right here. Sykes. I have 6 books. And you know what else I have? I mean, like, I could do 4 books. I could do 6 books. I could do 8 books. I have a lot of, like, a whole set of dice. I could pick 20. I could pick 20 books, and we could roll a die.
Oh.
If I needed to. I don't need to, though. Okay, so we'll do 6. So I'll do, like, a regular one. I got really excited because I was like, oh, yeah, like, I could use my little 4-sided die. But then
There you go.
But we'll just do like, we have 6. So now we need to assign numbers, and then we'll roll the die. I mean, it's not a coin toss, but I don't know. Fucking Errol Bissett, fight me. Like, what are you going to do?
I mean, you know, you don't have to flip a coin.
Okay, so 1, 2.
Okay.
3.
Oh, such a good book.
4.
Very good.
5.
No, nothing.
And 6. I'm nervous.
I kind of am too. This is exciting.
Hey, Jennifer's here. Okay. Roll my dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jacoby.
Yes.
Jacoby it is. That's a
so
lot
good.
of blue books.
At least all these like aesthetically pleasing. Mine are not. It didn't work out that way.
Okay. Hey, oh, shit. Hang on.
Stop hurting yourself.
I know, right?
I've said that like 5 times now.
I'm a mess.
Jennifer, are you doing Booktubeathon? I know how to words. What does your shirt say?
Okay, let's put this back in the little box before
Stephanie.
Yeesh.
What does your shirt say?
Oh, it says fiesta like there's no mañana.
What?
Fiesta like there's no mañana.
Got it.
Party like there's no tomorrow.
Got it.
For those of you that speak literally 0 Spanish.
Apparently I don't.
I bought this at Old Navy, and then I got it home, and I was like, is this cultural appropriation? And Greg, who is not typically one of those people, was like, yeah. And I was like, fuck. Rude. How dare you, self?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Allie, Jacoby is a retelling of Shakespeare set in the late 1800s in America with a female Watson, and it's hilarious because the Sherlock can see supernatural creatures that normal people cannot.
I thought you said Shakespeare, and I was like,
did I say Shakespeare? Sherlock.
You might have, I don't know, because like I was like, what?
I may have said something wrong. It's a Sherlock retelling.
Okay, so coin toss,
my bad.
What you want to do? How did this go? Something you want to do? Book to movie, right? Yeah. Green on the cover. What do we do for green on the cover? Oh. Armada.
Hopefully you guys didn't hear my neck pop. That was not sexy.
With a hat.
Let me know your TBR. Peeps.
And Goodbye Days. 7 books.
Okay. I don't know if the chat is like delayed or not, but I definitely did say Shakespeare. I meant to.
Okay. I don't know if you saw my reaction, but I was like, what?
I know.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Cool. I guess I'm the one reading the Shakespeare retelling, because if you guys haven't heard of If We Were Villains, this one's got Shakespeare. I've just got Shakespeare on my brain apparently, but Jacoby is super good. I have not read the rest of the series yet. I want to though. Oh, that's so cool, Janessa. Ugh. Excuse me while I throw those on the floor. I haven't talked about these guys yet. So I'm going to be reading Courtney Peppernell's The Road Between. She was the poetry writer for Pillow Thoughts, and I met her a few months ago, and she signed this, and my boss bought it for me. It was actually really sweet. But poetry takes no fucking time. Like, literally every page is like this. It's very easy. So I am very nice, like, excited. Yay! If We Were Villains is like, I'm already into it. Like, I've read 20 pages and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it's I have it like what? What's another thing that I said like maybe I would do is do some drunk book purchasing.
I Hate Fairyland is so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay. I Hate Fairyland is very, very good. That is my favorite graphic novel series ever. It is basically about a like little girl that gets stuck in fairyland and she's supposed to go find her key, and she doesn't. So she spends 30 years.
They're giving her a wild goose chase, and she is not okay with it. She's like, "Fuck all y'all bitches."
Super not. She's like, "Well, this is fucking."
Bitch, I want to go home. Get me the fuck out of this crazy place.
Well, she gets stuck there for 30 years, so she's like a 40-year-old inside an 8-year-old body, and it's hilarious.
She's over your bullshit.
It's so dumb.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so I have on Book Depository, I have the Six of Crows Collector's Edition, the new one. Yeah. And then I have the Hufflepuff edition of Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets.
Did I not know this? No, all of my best friends are Hufflepuffs. This is amazing.
I don't know how you couldn't know, but
no, yeah, it totally makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then A Close and Common Orbit and The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet that match this cover, because I was trying to decide between like these covers and then like the really pretty like galaxy space.
Yeah.
You know which ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But like honestly, I like these better anyway. But this was the one that they had in the store, so I was like, mine. I need it now.
Yeah, I really like that one actually.
So I'm gonna that one. I'm not so much picky about like which ones I get, as long as if it's a series they all match, I'm fine.
Yeah.
So since I bought that one, I'm getting the other two paperbacks that match. And then these are the Never Night in God's Grave that I was telling you about. Like, if this will focus.
Maybe turn the brightness down?
Yeah. No, maybe not that much, Stephanie. God bless. Like, it doesn't have like
I think I have seen those.
The same cover, but without like the big circles. So both of those in paperback, and that's what I have in Book Depository, which has a discount code for Booktubeathon.
Seriously?
Like a 10% discount code.
What?
Yeah, the Booktubeathon Twitter just posted it like right before we started the show. And
I don't think you're the only Ravenclaw on Booktube.
Oh yeah, no, for sure not. For sure not.
People always think I'm a Ravenclaw, and I'm like, nah, bitch. I'm a Slytherin. Straight up.
For a really long time, I thought I was a Ravenclaw. Like, I was like a Hufflepuff in denial. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm Ravenclaw. Fuck you guys. Like, I just
love
did
Hufflepuffs.
not want to be. It's only on certain books. That's bullshit. I'm not okay with that.
Specific? Wait, is it like the book that like she chose? Well, wait, she didn't choose a group book.
There's not a group book this year.
Oh shit!
There's not a Buddy Read book this year. It was that way last year.
It was because she got sponsored by the publisher.
Yeah. For, what is it, like Juniper Lemon?
Yeah,
whatever
it didn't sound interesting.
I didn't make it around to that book, and then I heard that it wasn't that good. So I was like,
I mean, you know, if they were gonna give her money, like she runs this all by herself. Like,
yeah, no, that's bonkers.
She's been
it's
like
bonkers.
She just finished her master's. She like travels all the time. She's like one of the craziest, like so inspirational booktubers. And I'm like, yes, some of the challenges every year don't make fucking sense, but
that's so hard though. That has so hard, like, especially now that we're getting into it. And she's like, what are we, like 5-6 years into it? And like, you have to come up with like new fun challenges that are different from the ones that you've done for the previous 5 years. Like, And she's still doing it. Like, she's trying. You know what I mean? Like, it's bonkers. The fact that she is doing it all on her own is nuts and fucking
Crazy. She doesn't have any other hosts. Like, well, technically she has like them do their videos, but like,
right.
she is hosting the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you were so impressive, woman. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like Juniper Lemon.
Yeah, I mean, it's still like I have it on my. It's actually a video idea that I've had is like a Goodreads cleanup video where I like.
I've seen those. Those look fun.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
usually. I only use Goodreads like want to read to remind myself to look at those books, and then I never go back to them.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like I do, and I feel like mine is a lot of older books that I'm not interested in anymore, and not enough like newer books.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's because like I always hesitate to put stuff on it because I'm sitting at like 500 books on that list, and it's like at least half of that I'm not actually interested in anymore.
Yeah, mine goes back so many years that I'm like, that's what it is. What it is. Kimberly, I have not seen a sprint schedule. I don't usually do sprints.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I know they're gonna do them, but I haven't seen a schedule posted for them.
The one thing with book, I guess I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I don't remember seeing a sprint schedule, but I don't know. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. But maybe they won't this year because things are a little different this year. I swear. Well, I've done it once. And also, Stanley is very much a Slytherin. Yeah, she did turn in her master's very recently. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, it was yesterday. I knew that it was like coming up real soon.
Yeah, she just finished it.
Leah said it was yesterday. That's bonkers. I'm sure that she's got to be like so relieved.
Yeah, I bet that was so intentional. Like the fact that she turns in her master's and then Booktubeathon starts. Like, the girl does not stop ever.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
Damn, Jennifer, that is a like serious book synopsis. That also makes sense why I wouldn't read it. It's not my type of book.
Yeah. What is what is it? I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. It's like along those same lines, I think.
I've heard really good things about that.
It was on, well, it was another readathon I was trying to do and failed miserably at. Contemporary-athon, maybe?
Probably. I've always wanted to have my own readathon, but I haven't gotten around to actually doing it yet.
We could work something out.
This is true. This is very true.
We can make this happen.
Yeah. I actually have asked, I'm assuming Chelsea is gone by now. I actually asked her and Julia, I was like, I have an idea. It's similar to the thing that you guys do, but like it's the exact opposite. Is that cool? And they're like, yeah.
I mean, we kind of accidentally do the same thing that they do. I was like, when you asked me to do this and you were like, Sunday. And I was like, yeah, totally. And then I was like, why a Sunday though? And then last night I got the notification for their live show and I was like, oh shit, I'm so glad that we weren't trying to do that at the same time.
I know. I was like so glad Sunday worked out because I had no fucking clue that was happening. Like I completely forgot.
God, I used to be there for like all of their live shows and I tried so hard last night, but like literally I wasn't here. I was in my bedroom on my husband's computer because his computer's better than mine and he has better headphones and stuff. But like I was watching the live show and like actively participating and stuff. And my grandma kept like coming in and being like, what you doing? And I'm just like,
what you doing?
Please leave me alone. I love you, but please leave me alone. I couldn't. Like, it was like one thing after another, after another, after another. So I finally had to be like, y'all, I'll be back later if I can. I'm sorry. I love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
And then I did wind up like laying in bed watching and chatting on my phone. And there was this guy in the chat that like, they were pulling from their TBR jars. You were gone by this point. You were out.
Yeah, I had to leave.
You were probably like, maybe not like 3 sheets, but like at least 1.5 sheets by this point, I'm sure. But they
is it still up? Because I couldn't find it.
I don't know. I haven't gone to look for it after. But they were pulling from their TBR jars, and you know, Natasha has hers like color coded and folded into like the little stars, like
She looked
because
dedicated.
she is adorable and fucking like aesthetic as fuck. Like that's just.
Oh, they deleted it. Why did they delete it?
That's weird.
I guess Chelsea.
That's not like them unless something really bonkers happened.
Like they've gone really far before. It could have been maybe that if they went over the time limit, it might have just deleted, but I don't think they did because I don't feel like I was getting notifications for it or like people were talking about it.
Things were getting inappropriate or something.
Oh, well.
I don't know.
There's really some weird. Of them that are like really racy.
Yeah.
There was one time where I was hanging out. Technically, it was like my friend, but like I was on a date, sort of, but like at home. So I kept kind of like popping back into the chat and popping back out. And I popped back in, and my friend person that I was on a date with at the time listened to Chelsea being like, Maddie, you're back. Let me get your sex slave name for you. And I was like, God damn it, Chelsea, mute. And he was like, what just happened?
This is crazy to me. They deleted it because it got a little, yeah.
They definitely have deleted them before, but like most of them get pretty
like, but even the ones that stay up are like,
they're really racy.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of like,
I feel like it's gotta fucking go somewhere to get deleted.
Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to be like, hey Chelsea, what the fuck happened?
Right?
Like what the fuck?
But there was a moment where I was in there and there was this guy in the chat and he was like, he posted once and he was like, I just saw Drunk and Live and decided to come in, and then like 20 minutes later he was like, and you know, Natasha, her TBR jar is color coded and she has some pink ones, and they were talking about like, I don't want to draw pink one or some, and he was like, when are we gonna stop talking about books and you're gonna let me cunniling the pink? And I was like, what the fuck? So like I didn't want to bring attention to it in the chat, and I'm not a mod, so I texted Chelsea and I was like, Chelsea,
get this bitch out.
You might want to block this motherfucker unless he's like a friend and he's making a funny joke and you know who it is. And she was like, she straight called out. She was like, hey, Stephanie, yes, thank you. Because like it was just so weird. They got spammed into a sex chat. Oh, that's such a bummer.
Like I know that they got like hit by like a big group of Russian dudes. Like
the last time.
One of the last times.
Yeah.
There were machines with sex toys in a bar that Julie. What the? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to be like, y'all need to tell me this story.
Will you put me in that group chat?
Like, yeah, right. I'm like, hey guys, you deleted this. I need to be caught up.
What the fuck?
Oh, they were German. Never mind.
Yeah, no, the Germans were the ones from like the last one though, because they were like, there was a moment in the thing last night where they were talking about like, what was it, like skank hunters or something, and they were like, skank hunters. But apparently it was a joke because when they had those German people like invade their chat, they were talking about like, look, drunk American women, and then the person that turned out to be the nicest was someone who had the name Skank Hunter.
I would like to, sorry to just derail the conversation, but like no, I harassed Jay Kristoff on several different social medias. He just messaged me.
What?
Oh yeah, we have this like long ongoing, like I reply to his Instagram stories all the time and he'll reply back, and he finally got around to replying recently.
I'm so excited for you that I feel like I might barf. Like,
well, it was like the biggest thing, I don't, just in case anyone doesn't know, because this is my favorite story of all time. I met Jay Kristoff in March, and I came up to the table, and he was like, you did a vlog. And I had done a really terrible Nevernight review that I think he had seen, or maybe The God's Grave, I don't remember. And I was shaking. But now I just like harass him all the time. It's great. But Skank Hunters.
Apparently here at what was it, like the North Texas Teen Book Festival. It's like just outside of Dallas. Allie, you know, you were supposed to be there and you couldn't make it, and that was really a bummer. But like in the same city, Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, they like come there pretty regularly, like once a year or so. And so, like, you better fucking believe I'm going to be there next time. And probably I'll be as dumb and useless as I was when I met Holly Black and Leigh Bardugo. So,
you met Leigh Bardugo? See.
Yeah, she is just as beautiful and gorgeous and pleasant and precious and amazing in real life as she is on the internet. Like, she is the nicest fucking person in the whole wide world.
That's awesome. I definitely, so Allie, that you had a crazy dream about Jay Kristoff. I recently had a dream that I was having dinner with him and his wife. I have never seen a picture of her. My brain filled in this person that looks like Bellatrix, but with like red hair. That's what she looked like. She was all tatted up. And they were telling me sex tips.
Okay.
And I was like, I was down. We were having dinner and I was just like, this is normal.
Whatever you say, Jay.
Yeah, I think it was Dallas where they were like, hey, whoever has to like drive 6 hours away, you get to come first, like to meet us because we want to leave first. Yeah, like, they were super sweet.
I'm into that. Jennifer, if it's closer for you to come here than it is for you to go straight to Dallas, if you want to come here, like we can ride together the rest of the way. I'm into that. I don't know how far it is from, like, because I don't fucking, Arkansas is weird. Like, it might be shorter for her to go directly there than it would be for her to come here.
Huh. Interesting.
But if it's not, and it's actually shorter for you to come here, like, you can come here, and then we'll ride together, and it'll be fun.
Road trip. Yeah, no, I went with my entire book club to that signing.
Yeah.
Like blanked on the words. Thank you, Allie. It was a pretty awesome dream. But we went with my entire book club, and at one point, because I told Jay Kristoff that Nevernight was our first book because I kept bitching about it. Well, not bitching about it, but I was like, oh my God, guys, this is so good. Oh my God. And so a whole bunch of my coworkers were like, okay, Maddie, we'll read it. And so we started our book club. And we told them, we were like, yeah, this is our first book. And then somehow we started talking about hentai.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't know how we got there, but we did.
You've had a conversation with Jake Kristoff about hentai?
Yep. I don't remember how we did, though.
I don't know what to do with that information.
We had like a book club at some point. So book club for me is a drinking club with a book problem.
Uh-huh.
So we always have really like just ridiculous stories about book club.
For sure.
And we shared
something. Man. Hi.
Man. I have no idea.
Chelsea's back. Chelsea is back. We were talking about how like it's mysterious that your live show from last night is not there.
I was confused because I went to go back and look for it and it wasn't there and it's gone. Alea, I don't want to tell you what that is.
Hentai is like anime porn. Yep,
there you go.
I'll do it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. It was a fantastic conversation. You know, it got deleted. It wasn't you? Was it? I'm confused. I mean, so Jay Kristoff recognized me, and then
that's bonkers.
I like was standing with like a girl from my book club, and I had to tell her to move so I could get a picture. And then they laughed, and it was funny. But then, like, I guess we were talking about book club, and the last book club we had, we talked about hentai. Well, that's sad. I wanted to watch it over or like skim through it because I'm not gonna watch 6 hours of live show.
Same.
Like, it's not. I don't got time for it. But
same though.
I definitely do go back and watch like the drunk live shows if I don't get to see them. Julie! It is. Hentai is great book club material, and I was just saying that I had a conversation about hentai with Jay Kristoff when I met him. And also, since you guys are here, I wanted to tell you that I had a dream about Jay Kristoff and meeting his wife for some reason at dinner. And she looks like Bellatrix with red hair. And it was like weird because they were giving me sex tips. And I don't know what that says about myself.
I'm really glad that we started the live show when we did, because I was on Twitter and I was getting to that point because I told you that I didn't want to like stop drinking because I didn't want to do that thing where you like stop drinking and you get kind of sleepy and then you're like, you don't want to do anything. So I kept drinking, right? But then I also like didn't have anybody to actively hang out with me. So I was on Twitter, and that's never a good combination to put me on Twitter when I'm intoxicated, even a little bit. So Jeff Zentner posted like this picture of like him with like I don't know, like a friend author's book, and he's like, I'm reading this book, blah 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 blah. But it had like his bookshelves in the background, and it was like stacked to the fucking overloaded brim with Goodbye Days. And I had to stop myself from being like, how fucking dare you? I know you know who I am because we talk about this shit all the fucking time. Like, I have donated to actual fucking high schools for them to have the Serpent King for all of the people in the high school class. Like, bitch, how dare you not send me one of these books? Like, and then I was like, Stephanie, you're drunk. You can't do that.
Oh my God.
That's not a thing that you can say to authors.
So one of the things that I've like messaged Jay Kristoff was he was going through in his stories about all of the different versions of Illuminae or like all of those books.
Right.
And I was like, holy shit. And I don't remember what he replied to that one. But he had like a review for the new Mary Shelley movie. And there was one clip where he was like, he's walking and doing the review. And then all of a sudden he's back and he's like jumping on a couch and he's like, what do you guys think we do all day as writers? And he jumps on the couch and he's like slamming his keyboard and there's intense music. And I was like, OMFG, Jay. And he was like, heh. I'm like, what the fuck?
Y'all are adorable. It's too
like,
cute.
He's my friend.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like meeting my favorite author and being like, I own all of your books. And they're like, oh, that's great. And I'm like, uh-huh.
I mean, though, at the same time, I met Tamora Pierce this year, and I totally was like, because the auditorium to meet her was stuffed full of like probably over 300 people.
Yeah,
and she's not young. Like she's
right.
probably 70 something, maybe 70. Like, and we got the event ended at like 10, maybe not even. And we got to meet her at like 11:30. That's how slow the line was.
Yeah.
And all I said was like, thanks for coming. I'm like really happy to meet you. Like you're my like favorite childhood author. And or no, I was like, yeah, thanks for being here. Or, thanks for waiting to like meet us. And she's like, well, yeah, that's how this works. Like you buy my books, I get money. Like yeah. I'm gonna wait to meet you. And I'm like,
that's kind of how Lee Bardugo was. Like when I got to meet her, her line was like ticketed, and they only had like 200 wristbands that they gave out or whatever. But there was such a small time window for people to actually like get author signings, and it was like not just for like that one author. It was like for every author that they had at the event. It was like a lot of like big name authors. But I cheated. I had a friend of mine, like I had the Lee Bardugo wristband, but then also like they didn't have wristbands for Holly Black, and that line was like really fucking long. So my friend went and stood in the Lee Bardugo line, and I went to the Holly Black line because she didn't give a shit about Holly Black. So I went and stood in that line and that's why I got up to Holly Black, who I've been reading since like literally like my freshman year of high school, and it was just like, I really like all of your books. I own all of them. And she was like, oh, that's great. And I was like, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. And then like I left, and I was like shaking and crying, and I was like, oh my god. I had no idea like what to do. And then Claire was holding my friend Claire was holding my spot in the Lee Bardugo line, and I had the wristband, so it was cool. And like she had told the people around her, she was like, my friend's just lost. She doesn't know how to find me. I'm so sorry. She'll be here soon. So then I got there, and I was like, hey, I'm here. Hello, yes, I'm here. And then I got to like the end of the event was like 5 minutes away, and there was still like a solid like 30 people in line to meet Lee Bardugo. And she was like, no, these people came here. Like, I will sign, like, it's ticketed. There's a limited number of people that are going to be here. She's like, I'm going to see everybody. So she agreed to stay until everybody was there. So we all got to see her anyway. But, like, she was so, so nice. Like, just, like, the most pleasant and adorable human being. Like, I can't say enough good things.
Yeah.
But I got up there and I was like, it wasn't as bad as when I got to meet Holly Black, but it was pretty fucking bad. I was just like, like, she was like, hey, how are you? And I was like, good.
Yeah, like,
I don't know how to human.
I've met Victoria Schwab twice. And the second time,
she's
like,
also
thank you
so
for
precious.
being here. And she was like, thank you. I'm like, I love you.
Yeah, you're right, Jennifer. She did. Like, we were told no pictures, and she took pictures with every single fucking person that came through.
You can't tell people no pictures. That's like not okay.
Well, they had no staged pictures. So like you could like have a friend take a picture of like her signing your book for you while she was, you know, like while you were standing there or whatever. But there was not supposed to be any like none of those pictures. But she fucking did it. She didn't give a fuck. And like, what are they gonna do? Be like, I'm sorry, Lee, you can't do that. Like, no, the fuck, they're not gonna do that. Like, no person that brought all of these people to my event, you cannot do the thing. Like, nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that.
I met Marissa Meyer because she's local. So I met her originally. She came in and she's like, hey, I'm an author. Can I sign some books? And I was at the registers and I was like, yeah, the customer service desk is over there. Can you not be in my line? Thanks. Well, it was like, she came up to me and I was like, I don't know what to do with you. Like, just go that way.
Go somewhere.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, I'll get someone to help you. Because I didn't know who she was. And then someone was like, hey, BT Dubs, that was Marissa Meyer. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm reading Cinder right now.
You just shit on a New York Times bestselling author.
And so then the next time that she came in to sign Heartless, I was like, hey, can I get a picture? And in the picture, I was like, like I had this like weird ass pose.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers was like, hey, you look like the guy from Mulan and like one of the end plate things where he's with the like emperor and he's like, and now from then on, every single author picture I have, I do that pose because it's fucking hilarious. And one of my coworkers was like, it's spreading because her husband went to a signing for like something for her, but she couldn't go. And he's in the picture like,
hey, look at this person you couldn't be here to meet. That's so funny.
And she's like, my fucking stupid husband is doing the same thing you do.
Jennifer, there were not very many ticketed authors at that event. So like, I feel like we can narrow that down. And actually, like, I don't know, but I have a gut feeling about who it is.
I want to know now.
Okay, let's see. Who were the ticketed authors at that event? It was Lee Bardugo, Cassandra Clare, fucking, what is, like, the guy that wrote, like, the Captain Underpants shit?
Oh, he's actually local here, too, but I've never met him. Pilkey, something. Dave Pilkey?
Yeah, yes. He was one, and then, oh, shit, who was the other one? It was another, like...
Was it, like, another middle grade author?
No. Angie Thomas, that's who it was.
Oh, man. I would love to meet Angie Thomas.
Yeah, you're right. That is who it was. I feel like this is one of those, like, I have nothing nice to say, so I'm not going to say anything at all kind of moments.
What?
But those are the people that were there, and apparently one of those people freaked out because somebody took a picture, and we know that it wasn't Lee Bardugo. So.
It was.
Yeah, Dave, you're right. Dave did sign earlier because he was like one of the keynote speakers. So he did like the opening speech or whatever the fuck, and then did his signing, and then he was like, bye.
That makes sense.
So it was either Cassandra Clare or Angie Thomas.
I have a feeling it was Cassandra Clare.
I wasn't going to say, I was like, I have a gut feeling about who it was. I don't know for sure.
I mean, at the same time, she seems really sweet, so I don't know. Like,
I don't know. It just
Like
seems
Angie
so
Thomas
weird.
is also not the type of person to do that. So
Right, right. And that's the thing that was like they all had the same number of tickets. You know, what was it like? It was like 150 or 200 or something like that. It wasn't a lot because it was a pretty small event.
yeah.
So like it seems weird to be like, don't take a picture with me because like Lee Bardugo let everybody take pictures with her. And
Yeah.
she let you take the picture and then like look to make sure that you were chill with it, and then like she would take another one if you were like,
That's
oh no,
so
that picture sucks.
cute. Oh my
Like she was
god.
amazing.
I had to
So
be
I mean
like, Jay, stop drawing on my books for like 10 seconds.
like
And he was like, oh, okay.
you better believe when I go to meet him, like the next time he's in Dallas and I go over there and be like, I'm friends with that girl that you talk to all the time.
Yes.
Be my friend.
Be like, hey, you don't know who I'm talking about, but
if I
like,
can manage to stop shitting my pants for 5 seconds.
you could be like, hey, my friend that harasses you on the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know her. Yeah, it is. That is the thing. Like the thing that we went to is like a teen event. Like it's the North Texas Teen Book Festival, and they focus on
cool.
like they told everybody they were like, okay, well, like if you're not a teen, they had like teenager exclusive like events and arcs, and they were only giving it to like because it's to like encourage young people to read and stuff, which I'm totally for. Like I'm for it 1,000%. But like it just seems weird for people to be like buttholes about stuff when it's supposed to be, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard anything about Cassandra Clare. I also don't know anything about Dave Pilkey. Like, it could have been him. Like, I don't know anything about him. But from what I've seen of Cassandra Clare, she's pretty good about events. She's kind of private, but you know.
I don't know. Like, I could definitely see it being a thing where, like, well, I only agreed to yada yada yada, and like, I've only got so much time, and like, I'm sorry, we can't do this because I mean, like, and I get that because like, she's like crazy bonkers popular, right? Like, you have to imagine, like, Becky Albertalli was also at this same event and was not ticketed.
Yeah, I can see.
And this is like 2 weeks before Leah on the Offbeat dropped. Like, it was insane to me that like they had authors there that it was just like insane to me that they weren't ticketed. Like Becky Albertalli, Holly Black, after the hype for The Cruel Prince, like how was she not ticketed? Like I had to wait like the signing window was only like 2 hours long, and I had to wait like a solid 45 minutes to get to Holly Black. And she wasn't ticketed. Like it was so crazy to me. Yeah, it was right before the Love Simon movie, and it was right before Leah on the Offbeat dropped, and like it was so crazy. Saba Tahir wasn't ticketed. Like,
wow, there was a shit ton of authors there.
Yeah, no, it was an amazing fucking like Julie Murphy was there because that was one of the books that I brought with me was Ramona Blue, like just in case I had free time. But like free time was hysterical, like laughable when you got there and realized like there was no fucking way.
There were. Yeah,
there was no fucking way. Like, E. Lockhart was there. Fucking.
We don't have fucking events like this in Seattle. It's like we're the most well-read city, but we don't have these events. It's bullshit. It's only because we have Amazon.
There's several more. Nick Stone, who wrote Dear Martin, she was there. Like that was one that I wanted to get signed, and then didn't have the time to get to her boot. Renee Audier was there. Fucking Sarah Reese Brennan was there. Like it was bonkers. Like the author lineup was insane. It was good. It was fucking good.
That's amazing. I'm glad that they did that for teens though. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was like the big focus was on teens for sure.
I love Emergency Contact. She'd be really cool to meet actually. She worked for GQ for like years.
But that's what like at the time I was planning on going to BookCon, and a lot of the authors at BookCon that I wanted like signings from were going to be at this event. So that's what like I went in with the intention of getting my signings out of the way with this like smaller event so that I could just like dick off at BookCon or whatever. And so now it's going to be like the same but different. Next year I go like I'm not going to be as into like some of the bigger authors. Like I can go like because some of the like smaller ones that are still like really great authors, like your fucking like Julie Murphy and
You're breaking up.
Melissa Alberts. For real?
Stephanie?
Yes. Hello?
You are disappeared.
Oh no. That's no good. Hang on. I'll be back.
Okay. How's it going, guys? How many of you, who has met an author recently? Hey,
Is that better?
that is way better.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, but like some of the like quote unquote smaller authors, like you could have got like 1,000 of their signatures for all of the time that it took you to stand in line for Lee Bardugo. Like,
Yeah.
so that's my plan next year is to get some of those.
I will be right back.
Yeet.
Ugh.
Meeting an author is weird. Like I've only met like Holly Black and Lee Bardugo, but like it was bonkers. I thought that I was gonna be so chill and it would be totally fine and like I'm cool, everything's cool, but like I got there and was just like I didn't know how to say words. Like I didn't know how to form words. I was just like Holly Black, I've literally like I've been a fan of hers since Tithe, which was like 2006, 2009, something like that. Like I bought it when it released, and I've bought literally every single one of her books since then. And I brought my copy of Tithe with me when I went to meet her, and she was like, "Oh, you brought Tithe?" And I was like, "Yeah, I at one point I had every one of your books, but then I lost some of them, so I'm in the process of building back up to it." And she was like, "That's really cool." And I was like, "Yeah." And that was it. Like I didn't know what else to say. And then I was just like, "Thank you so much." And she was like, "Oh yeah, no, thank you." She was super, super nice. Like she's so great. She's very sassy. Watching her on the panels was really great. Like Holly Black is amazing. You met Mackenzie Lee? Jennifer, when, how, where? And Adam Silvera? Oh, that was last year. Yeah, I bet he was sweet. Britt, do you really? Because like I don't meet a lot of people that have all of her books. Like I don't know if you can see on my shelf, but I've got like do you have like Poison Eaters? Do you have like what is it, like Red Glove, Black Heart, White Cat? Do you have all those? Like, yeah, girl, yes. Yeah. Do you have what is the graphic novels that she did where it's like the school or whatever? I had all of those too. I'm missing so many books. Yes. I've literally never met anybody else that's been like, yes, like all of her books, all of them. But that's me, like all of them. That would have been me, Julie, if I was fucking there. Like I'm still bitter. Like I'm still fucking mad about it, dude. I literally like you don't understand. I have I went the whole 9. Like I bought like the actual like official BookCon lanyards. Like fucking they're probably over there on that other couch. Like I have like my BookCon tickets and like the official lanyards and like I paid for plane tickets. Like I just lost all that money for BookCon. Like it's I understand why it had to happen, but I'm still salty about it. Like I'm so mad. I should have been there actively hugging your neck, and I'm mad.
What?
BookCon. Talking about BookCon. Well, Jennifer, the next time that happens, like maybe you need to shoot a text your girls away. It's fine, Julie. It's fine. I'm just mad. Like, just because, like, I know that now we're gonna have to wait at least till BookCon next year because, like, I know, like, y'all aren't going to BookNet Fest, right? Like, nobody's going to BookNet Fest. I mean, I know there are people that are going, but like,
Allie from Hardback Hoarder is going.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm. She went last year too. Sorry, guys, I'm hungry.
No, that's good. I ate just before I got on, but
I would die if I met Andrew.
I have candies. Candies. Yeah, I don't think Chelsea could either. I think she was trying. And then, like, Jashana was the other person that I was like, if she's going, I will go. It was like, I don't know.
I want to go, but, like, they're all on the opposite side of the country from me, so
Yeah.
it makes it a little bit difficult.
Well, that's what you get for living in a corner.
Meh.
Live in the middle like me. Orlando. It's in Orlando.
Which would be so fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Zoe is like the cutest fucking human being. She's so adorable.
I love Zoe.
I'm gonna go get another beer and then I will be right back.
Okie dokie. Well, that's not too bad. 9 hours. Yeah, they do it, at least last year they did the first day at the like Harry Potter park, which is really cool. I like Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, like the creator. She did like a video on the FOMO-athon about like conventions are great, but they're also not like feasible for a lot of people in the community. I'm like, I would want to go to meet a whole bunch of people and obviously meet a whole bunch of you guys, but I just haven't been able to do it yet. It would be nice if there was one in Seattle, but there's not. So it's going to happen at some point. I know I'm going to go. Because mostly I need to meet people like you guys. If you have gone to like multiple events, which one would you like the best? I don't think we have anybody in the chat that went so BookNet Fest last year, unless I'm wrong. Julie, did you go to BookNet Fest? Katie, we can figure that out. I've always wanted to go to Y'all West. It looks fun. Hi. Also, Ashley, I will probably not stay up super late because I do have to work tomorrow, but not like super early. So I will probably try and read a pretty decent amount, probably tonight and then into tomorrow. I just can't wait to fucking find out the video challenges.
Okay, what have I missed?
We're talking about like BookNet Fest and like how long that you're gonna read after midnight tonight.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Oh no, none, 0. Mostly because it's already 8 o'clock and I started drinking at 1 o'clock this afternoon, so it's not so much a staying up late thing as it is like a I'm not gonna read while I'm drunk because I won't retain any information kind of thing. So
makes sense.
Right now, I'm just happy to have a TBR finally.
Woo woo!
That's really fun.
Yum, 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 yum.
Y'all West. I feel like there needs to be a BookNet Fest, but like in the dead middle of the country, right?
Right? But somewhere cool.
The coolest place nearest the dead middle of the country.
Right? Actually, I've thought about doing that before. My ex was super into making cocktails, and I came up with a few different drinks.
That's
never made the video.
It's literally on a list of video ideas that I have, like on my phone, and I was gonna call it Literary Libations.
Hey, that's so good. And Now we know that Maddie's had at least one drink because she just said A.
Okay, my little pirate baby.
It's me. And my first book, I'm going to try and finish Crazy Rich Asians because it's pissing me off.
That makes me really sad because I wanted to read it before I watched the movie because I know I'm going to watch the movie. My first book is going to be Jacoby.
Good choice.
So it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, right?
No.
Right. How many books are there in that series? Like 5, right?
Yeah, there's a lot. I've only read the
That's a
first one,
bunch.
and my roommate's like, you need to read the rest of them.
I'm very excited. Julie, you just missed like the shenanigans that was deciding my TBR.
It
Oh my god.
was very entertaining.
When Dimple met Rishi is like one of my favorite little precious fluffy contemporaries. It is the cutest fucking shit. I can't. I love it so much. The first time she drowned.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Ugh.
Crazy Rich Asians is just, the narration is so weird because it's this omniscient narrator that just jumps people for no reason. So
I have a question for people in general. Has anybody read Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
No.
Okay. That was it. That was my question. I got food poisoning, like super, super, super sick. Could not move food poisoning. But I wanted to read, but I was like not physically capable of holding a book in front of my face. So I was like, that's what audiobooks are for. So that was the book that I picked to listen to on audiobook. And it was just not jiving. And I don't know if it's because I tried listening to it on audiobook or if it just like is the writing style is not for me or like. So I was just wondering if somebody else had read it and was like, yeah, no, it's really good. Like, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Don't judge it based on your brain.
Yeah. The writing style of Crazy Rich Asians and me is just like not getting along. It might be good for other people, but I'm very specific about like, you can jump characters, but you can't jump them in one scene, but it does that all the time.
Ooh.
And it's obnoxious. I want to do daily vlogs. I don't know if I'm going to do daily.
I'm going to attempt it.
Yeah. I'd rather do vlogs than the challenges because I'm like, I don't got the time to do the challenge.
I'll give it another shot. I'll give Where'd You Go, Bernadette another shot. But I'm not going to do the audiobook for sure. Like I'll do ebook or physical book. The cover is so cute. It makes me mad to not like it. Like I don't know. I've also heard a lot of people saying that Legendary is really good. And I'm bitter about it because I refuse to read Carval. Fight me. It's not good.
I just finished that.
I can't finish Carval. I can't do it.
I mean,
it's not good. It's not good.
I mean, if you really don't like Carval, I don't think you'd like Legendary either. So
I don't know. I tried doing it as a buddy read, but like maybe if I read it on my own, I don't know. But probably not.
Yeah.
That's another one that like I own it and like I could unhaul it, but I don't know if I really want to unhaul it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of like, hey, here's your last minute video challenges. Like I might do the video challenges if they didn't post them like day of.
I mean, I like that they're so slapdash. But when they're super complex, like last year they did one that was like dress up like a character, and I'm like,
yeah, that's what I was like,
So like I think I reviewed Legendary on Goodreads, and I was like, if you go in with high expectations of either of them, if you read like the Night Circus and you really want that from it, you're gonna be disappointed. And I just went in with like a knowing that mindset, and I really enjoyed both of them.
Well,
But, like,
I went into it thinking like this is gonna be a crappy YA version of the Night Circus. But then it wasn't even that. Like I don't know what it was. It just was. It was all over the place. I don't know. I'll probably try it again maybe one day.
her writing between Caraval and Legendary gets so much better.
Oh, good.
But there were a lot of like color metaphors that I was like, we didn't need this, but okay.
Julie, it's crazy to me that you didn't like the Night Circus. I loved it.
It's one of my all-time favorite books.
The Night Circus?
Yeah.
That's one that I want to reread soon. Like for like a Throwback Thursday that I keep saying I'm gonna do, but like then I don't. Is the sugar gonna mess with my hangover? I don't know. I've never eaten this much candy when I was drunk. We'll find out tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter for the updates. I love these are Lifesaver gummies and the neon ones.
Oh my god, those look so good.
Yeah. Bold berry, orange pop, pink punch, cherry lime splash, and electric lemonade.
Ooh.
Kimberly, I would say if you have access to a library that has it, or like Overdrive or Hoopla or something, 100% give it a go.
Yeah,
it's like for the longest time it seemed like everybody that I talked to that read it fucking loved it, but the more people that I talk to, the more I feel like I get mixed reviews. You know, where there are people that like say Britt didn't like it, Julie didn't like it, like.
So I do compare it
to
more
actual people that read.
Yeah. I do compare it to Uprooted in the sense that it's very mystical, but it doesn't. It's more about the ambiance, and if you don't like that particular ambiance, you might not.
So did you like Uprooted? Because I
love
that.
Uprooted. Yeah.
I also have that because it sounded good as shit, but then like Julie was like, no, and so then I was like, well, maybe no.
Yeah, Uprooted I think is a little bit more divisive than the Night Circus is. The Night Circus is just more like it's in general unique, so I think a lot of people just read it and they're like, oh, we believe the hype. But with the Uprooted, it's like I feel like it's similar to me and Furyborn. Like I hated a lot of things with Furyborn because it were just like pet peeves of mine upon pet peeves of mine. I was like, this is so irritating. But Uprooted was like one that like it hit boxes that I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you always want to like if the premise sounds interesting at all, you always want to go for it. No. Unless it's the Black Witch.
My mom works at like a local like mental hospital facility. And they have like an offshoot for people that are like not so bad that they need to be like staying there with like 24-hour care, but also like maybe don't need to go home. It's kind of like a halfway sort of situation. And they were asking for movie donations a few months ago, like just like DVDs to have to keep the house where the people stay. And so I gave them like all of my DVDs because I don't need them. I don't ever use them. They've been packed away in a closet for 2 years, you know? So they like tripped out. They were like, oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so I was like, well, do they need books? Because like I could probably swing an unhaul.
Yeah, there you go.
The mom asked and they were like, hell yeah, we want books. So now I'm going to like unhaul a bunch of my books to donate to that sort of like halfway mental health institution. But that was one of the books that I was thinking about putting in. It was Uprooted, just because like they're not specific about like what books, but it's just like books. It's just stuff for people to have and read.
I always say like try the first chapter.
Yeah. Oh, that was another thing that I was thinking about doing this evening because like Julie and Chelsea and Tasha for the live show last night decided that when I popped in, they were just doing like a pull, I don't know, however many books from your TBR jar because they all have TBR jars. And then it turned into, how can we pull more books? And then it was like, okay, so they all pulled 5 and they're going to try a chapter in August. like after
Oh, cool.
Booktubeathon.
I
And
did one of those. That was so much fun.
so I made myself a TBR jar today.
Oh yeah. I have one. I don't use it. Alea, the Black Witch is one of my most hated books.
Julie, I know that just because you don't like it doesn't mean that I for sure won't, but like, you're one of those people that I trust your opinion. You know what I mean? Like, we've had similar taste in books so far. And there are certain books that ride that line. Like, Julie really loved Furyborn, and you really didn't like Furyborn. So, like, I'm on the fence, and it's not that I'm never going to read it. It's just not a priority for me right now. You did get screwed over last night by your TBR jar. She pulled a lot of shit books.
Oh no.
It was bad. One of them was like 1984, which is not bad. It's just like maybe not something that you want from your TBR jar.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do though, actually. Maybe that's one of those books that you bought because you feel like you need to read it, and then like it's just on your shelf and you're like, I'll read it one day, I'll read it one day. But then you pull it from your TBR jar and you finally read it and you're like, actually that was way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Or you just get to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you try a chapter or 5 and you decide nope, and you DNF that bitch and you're like, now I know.
Now I know. Yeah, I definitely read The Wicked Deep because Julie was saying it was really good.
I forgot that I have The Wicked Deep.
Such a good book.
I have it on audio. I don't own the physical book. So now it's like not even in my TBR jar, and I feel like that's not okay. I feel like the first book that I pulled that is not one that I want to read, I'm going to sub it for The Wicked Deep. Lifelike. That's on my Booktubeathon TBR done.
Where did my... I don't know where my... I have a mug with my TBR pulls. I have no idea where it went. It was like genuinely shocking because I was going in thinking that it was going to be really simplistic writing for some reason, and then it was like amazing.
Lifelike?
No, The Wicked Deep.
Oh
no, Lifelike is like just like transcendent, ridiculous.
It's Jay Kristoff. Is it Kristoff wrote it?
Jay Kristoff writing a Romeo and Juliet, Mad Max, X-Men, Blade Runner.
I cannot explain to you my feelings having like being the person that put off finishing like Illuminate the Illuminate Chronicles or Illuminate Files or whatever the fuck they called that series. Like I just finished Obsidio like a week or 2 ago, and then they're like, surprise, we have another new sci-fi collaboration coming out, and I'm like, happiest person in the world.
Yeah, I knew they had like another sci-fi planned, and they talked about how they like when they were in Seattle that they like had to change the name.
Just pulled Jacoby also. Okay. No, I'm not reading it. Oh, so The Wicked Deep. I pulled a book I don't want to read, so I can read The Wicked Deep.
Yeah. What book did you pull?
It's called The Woods by Harlan Coben. I got it as a gift. I got it as a gift.
Yeah.
I put off Obsidio Jennifer for a really long time, and then I started reading it, and it took me a really long time to get into it because, like, you know, with every book you like switch main characters, so it like takes you a little while to get like into it. But like once you do,
that's intense. Obsidio is like a lot.
Okay, Everless, which I had pulled out for one of my books earlier. So we have The Wicked Deep, Everless, The Bells. This is hilarious. Good Omens by Neil Gaiman. which has also been on my physical TBR forever and ever and ever. So that's 4. And The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, which I also talked about.
There you go. You were just talking about that one.
Yeah.
Where did I'm going to try and find I don't know if I dumped it out. Don't know where it went.
So those are going to be like my 5 for the like book hangover live show / August triad chapter, whatever.
Now I want to do it, but I don't know where my TBR jar is. Cup. It's in a cup.
Well, same.
Yeah. But I'm like talking to myself because
Somebody
trying to find
last
it.
night, I don't remember who it was, but they had like the most interesting idea for when you're like pulling from your TBR jar and you pull a book and you're just like, oh fuck, I really don't want to read that book right now. Like I don't want to read that book this month. You can sacrifice it and unhaul it for the opportunity to like pull from the jar again.
Oh, that's
So
actually
like,
pretty interesting.
Yeah, to me that's really crazy interesting. Just because like that way it's like you really got to decide. Like, are you ever gonna read it? Like, if you're gonna like, it can't be like, oh, I want to read it, but like not right now. It's like, bitch, you better make up your mind. You're either reading it right now or you're unhauling it.
Yeah, you have to choose.
Yeah, that was super, super interesting to me. Yeah, Julie, I'm actually really excited about all of them. Like, I pulled the one that I didn't want to read, and like I said, we had agreed beforehand to swap that out for the Wicked Deep, so now I've got that too, so I'm for it. Like, I like it a lot. A lot of people really love Good Omens, and that's why I bought it, but like, it's just been one of those that's sitting on my shelf. Like, I'll read it eventually. One day I'll read it, so.
I found it.
Yeah!
So what are we doing? We're pulling for like a try a chapter video?
Cool. 5 books for try a chapter in August.
So I haven't updated this in like 2 months. So I don't remember.
You're probably going to pull at least a couple that you've already read.
Potential. No, probably not. I haven't read any of my own books for so long.
I was going to say no, because that's you have that whole fucking shelf and you never read anything off of it.
Like literally this whole thing. I have been so bad.
So crazy to me.
Okay. All right. Put them between my knees. Okay. I can't get it to open. Got it. Oh, I think I got rid of this one. It's a Philippa Gregory #1, and I don't know what that means. So I'm gonna say I got rid of it. Yeah. All right. Picked another orange one, which I think means adult books.
Ooh,
I could be wrong. I got rid of this one too.
Wow.
Yep. Well, that was The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna.
At least you're slimming down your physical TBR some way or another, right?
This is true. Yeah, I just haven't added any of the books that I've purchased. Oh, so this is for September?
August. After Booktubeathon. Yeah.
Library at Mount Char. Yeah, I have unhauled a lot, but this one I'm actually that's a good one because I was just thinking about reading this one. I haven't added any of the new ones though, which is probably a good thing. I'll pick one of these ones because I think this is YA. Oh, this one is, I can read it through. I'm just going to try and open it though. This is Ghost Girl. It's like right up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be fast.
Sure.
Yeah. And then I have the sequel, so I can read the sequel during like Spookathon. Stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm for it.
All right, let's do another orange one. Hopefully I still have this. Hey, Finishing School, which is supposed to be in my TBR for the Booktubeathon, but I switched it for the one that didn't win the coin toss.
Well.
So I'll get rid of, just get on that.
Now you get to try a chapter after Booktubeathon.
Yeah. I actually have read the first chapter of it already, and that's why I switched it, because it was like, nah.
Oh no.
Oh, the Falconer. Like,
Okay.
yeah. All right. Okay. Let's do another one of these, because it's total of 5, right?
Yeah.
I'm having some
5.
struggles.
Did you use like little post-it notes?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
The Reluctant Queen.
No.
Yeah, I still own that one. It's the sequel to a book that I can't remember right now. It's a fantasy sequel. I should get around to reading it. I tried reading it and I was like, this is boring.
But it's a sequel, so like you read the first one and liked it?
Yeah, I loved the first one, but I like started reading the sequel and I was like, meh. It was actually really funny because I have the arc of the sequel and I walked into work and there was a guy sitting at the break room table, and because they just leave the arcs on the table, and I walked up and I was looking through the arcs and I just finished the first one, and I legit went and like freaked out because the sequel was on the table and the guy went, and I was like, sorry, it's an arc that I really wanted. I was like, so
that's gotta be like, I mean, but your roommate still works there though, right? So like, she snags you books that she thinks like arcs that you think are gonna be.
Yeah, she was like, so there's a book in the apartment that you need to know about, and I was like, well,
what is it?
And she's like, we got Spinning Silver, and I'm like, oh! And I freaked out. It was amazing. I'm gonna try and read that next month, actually.
Yeah. Because I was getting ready to say, like, that's got to be one of the things that you miss about working there, would be like access to all those arcs.
Yeah, it does. It does suck a little bit that I don't get to just like pick whenever I want, but also it means that I don't come home with books that I'm not gonna read.
Yeah.
Which is my problem. Hello, Sarah.
Yeah. Hi. Welcome. I don't know. We haven't really just talked about like how long we're gonna hang out. Yeah. We're here until we're not.
Exactly. Yeah. It is hot. Like I'm not trying to go for like a super long time, but
yeah, I mean, like,
for a little while.
I have to be up at 6:30 in the morning, so I'm also not trying to be up here till fucking midnight or some crazy shenanigans like that. But it's only 8:30 here, so
yeah,
I'm okay for a minute. And I've also like I've had some candy snacks and I drink a little bit of water. So
water. Yay! Welcome.
Yeah. You haven't missed too much, I don't think. We haven't talked about it too many crazy things. I finally decided what I'm reading for Booktubeathon, or attempting to read for Booktubeathon, because like actually now that we talk about that, can we look at it like just from the page side and acknowledge that like that's a fuck ton to read in a week? Like, bless.
I wish you luck. That's worse than mine.
God.
You can do this.
I mean, potentially. I've already like warned everyone in my family, because like for Booktubeathon last year, my niece that I babysit was like still an infant. Like all she did was eat and sleep and shit. So so that was a lot easier to swing last year, because like even when she was awake, she couldn't really like go places. But now she's a full-on toddler and she like wanders around. You got to make sure that she's not like, I don't know, sticking her fingers in sockets or like eating dog food.
I did that
or,
when
like,
I was a kid.
whatever kids do. So it's going to be a little more complicated. So I've already told everybody, like, in the evenings, like, I'll sit in the living room with you and you can watch movies or TV or whatever the fuck. But, like, I'm going to be reading. Like, I'm not going to be talking to people. Because I don't have a problem reading when other people are, like, listening to music or watching TV. Or, like, I'm really good at, like, tuning outside things out so that I can read. So I've got a chance.
Yeah, I'm just like, work has been a lot recently, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to be with the patients. I'm like, you're leaving at this time and I'm out of here, so bye.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we do these live streams often? I think the ultimate goal is to do them roughly like once a month or something,
Yeah.
and like that's what Maddie's gonna do, and like I might be here for some, and then I might not be for others because I'm not trying to like I don't know like co-opt her shit or whatever. I mean, like I will be if she wants me to be, but like I'm not gonna. I'm not trying to overstep my bounds, but like. Yeah, so like that's the goal is like once a month, and then I don't know. Sometimes I just did one on my own because I had a birthday or whatever the fuck, and like I don't know. We do them sometimes.
Yeah. Pretty regularly.
I'm probably Jennifer. Like I'm probably gonna do some audio for at least some of these, like just in that off time when like I can't read the physical book. Like I think that's gonna help a lot. If I have access to it on, you know, like Overdrive or Hoopla or whatever for the audiobook, I'll probably do that for some of them. I'm really excited about Jack B. Honestly,
It's
like
really,
I'm obsessed with the covers for that series.
they're
Like,
so cool.
They're so good. Like it's just so good. They're so simple, but like stylized, and I'm fucking here for it. Like I really like the covers for all the books in that series. And then like this Jeff Zentner book, I know it's gonna make me boohoo like a child. So I'm stoked on Record of a Spaceborne Few. I know for sure I'll finish in a single day. Goodbye Days I'll probably finish in a single day. Jacoby is pretty short, so I'll probably finish that in a day. A Wrinkle in Time I'll probably finish in a day. Like I think the big ones that I'm worried about are Lifelike and Armada. Especially Armada. Like
yeah,
if it's
Armada's
not
the only one that I'm like,
interesting, it's long enough that it's gonna screw me over. You know what I mean? Like Lifelike, I also am pretty like it's one of the longer ones in my stack, but like I'm pretty confident that I'll be okay because it's Jay Kristoff. I trust him.
Yeah, I would say that it's like when I was reading Lifelike,
it may be like a stay up till 2 a.m. kind of situation, but like I'll be okay. It's mostly Armada that I'm worried about.
Julie says Goodbye Days took a little while to get into.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I read The Serpent King because of you for Booktubeathon last year, Julie, and like I was not ready. I was not ready. I'm just like there are a lot of books that get overhyped, and like maybe between you and me and a handful of other people, like we've started to get the hype going for The Serpent King. But like when I read it, I was just like, oh well, I mean, like Julie thinks it's really good, so it's probably really good. It'll be fine. And then like I got to the thing and was just like heaving sobs. Like Greg came out of the bedroom and was like, "Are you okay?" And I had to put the book down for like a solid half hour. Like I couldn't go. I was just like, I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
God.
It was the hardest I had ever cried at a book was The Serpent King. Yeah, it broke me.
I'll have to
but
read
I think that's the beauty of it. And that's why most of the people that I tell about it, I'm just like, I really enjoyed it. You need to read it. It's gonna be like I don't want to overhype it or give too much away. You know what I mean? Like when I tell people about it, like I don't want to be like, there's this one part, I can't wait for you to read the one part. Like I don't do that, you know? Like I'm just like, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I hope that you like it. Please read it. Very, very good. Do recommend.
That's funny because when I told you I hadn't read The Serpent King, you were like, you are disowned.
Yeah, no, I mean it's good. It's good as fuck though. Like
no, I gotta get to it.
Yeah. But it's also
like, it's not usually my thing, but like I definitely I own it too, so I've got to read it. Like
just do it. Just do it.
I gotta do it. I gotta.
I do this thing where like I tell people that like I don't read contemporary, but then like when I think about it, a lot of my most favorite books are technically contemporaries. Like The Serpent King is one of them. Like The Serpent King and fucking I'll Give You the Sun is one where I'm just like, that book is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And then I think about it, I'm like, no, that's a contemporary. Like fucking Ramona Blue, like that book is one of my favorites, and like that's contemporary. And I don't know, maybe I just need to confess I like contemporary. Like it's fine.
No, it's totally fine.
It's fine. That's why I'm confused by myself. It's like there's nothing wrong with liking contemporary. So like, why do you say that you don't?
Like I don't really like read too much contemporary, but like I do like adult romance. And it's funny because I'll be like, we should read this romance book to my roommate, and she'll be like, yeah, if you read a cozy mystery with me, and I'll be like, fuck that. No thanks.
When my mom actually went with me to, I told you we went to Barnes and Noble the other day and I bought all those fucking books. We bought by like one of the end caps was like all cozy mysteries, and I told her, I was like, I think these are the kind of books that you're really gonna like, because she like loves those Lifetime movie shits where it's there's literally like a whole series on Lifetime where it's like Candace Cameron is a little baker lady, but then like she also solves murders, and I'm like, dude, my mom fucking loves that shit, and I'm like, you're gonna love these cozy mysteries, dude. Like you're gonna fucking love them.
Get into them now.
So I signed her up for like a Goodreads and everything so that I can like send her books that I'm like, you'll like this, so Mom.
I did like Roomies.
Josh and Hazel's is its own subgenre. Oh.
Well, yeah, there's a gritty like contemporary.
That's what Julie showed. She was like, you like hard-hitting contemporary. It's its own thing.
Nothing's
and
wrong
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Nothing's wrong with cozy mysteries. They're just not my genre.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with them. I love that shit. Like we were talking earlier about like one of the reasons that I love Christmas so much is because of like Lifetime movies, and a lot of those Lifetime Christmas movies are fucking cozy mysteries because like I think that's just what Lifetime does, is they adopt cozy mysteries into movies. But it's like, I don't know, I love them. No, there's nothing wrong with them. They're cute as shit, man.
Yeah, they're so much fun.
I'm not opposed to it. Like if I ever get in that place where I'm like not, 200 books deep on my TBR, like.
So I just added Josh and Hazel's Guide
to Not Dating.
I don't know anything about it. Just added it to my Goodreads list.
Beep beep doo doo. Oh, I just opened my phone up, and a heads up, because we were talking about if we were villains earlier. For anybody that doesn't know, the paperback is $5 on Book Outlet.
It's pretty decent.
So that's on my list. Oh, has anybody read the X-Files Origins, like YA books? Anybody? No? Great. I'll read them and let everyone know how they are.
That's exciting.
I fucking love X-Files. So the idea of like a fucking Scully like origin story.
Oh my god, yes.
Makes my heart happy. Like a Mulder origin story, yes, please give me. Fox Mulder is like my dream man. No offense, Greg. Love you, Greg.
No offense, Greg.
Love you, husband Greg, but you don't believe in enough conspiracy theories. I just heard a noise through the wall.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, what the fuck?
It was Riker. It was my dog. Or Zinni. I don't know. One of them.
Oh my god. Those are adorable names.
Yeah, it's like, that's a real thing though. There are two. It's X-Files Origins. Devil's Advocate is the Scully one, and Agent of Chaos is the Mulder one. But they're like their origin stories. That's real. Yeah. So I'm gonna be getting those soon. I actually thought about using those, like one of them, as my green on the cover, because I think the Scully one, the Devil's Advocate one, there's one that's like a mostly white cover and one that's like a mostly black cover, and the mostly white cover is Scully's, and then it's got like some green like whatever on it, and I thought about using that as mine. So if Armada bites me and doesn't work out, like, and I decide to DNF that, I might pick up that if they have it available on.
That's a good call.
Did I check it out actually? Like I thought that I checked those out. Maybe I put myself on the wait list. Maybe that's what it is.
My green on the cover is Last Call at the Nightshade Lounge. I feel like every single one of these books, other than like the graphic novel, I've already read like the first chapter. I started the audiobook of this last year and just like couldn't keep myself focused because there's recipes for cocktails in it, which is super cool.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
really
neat.
confusing when you're reading a book and then all of a sudden there's a recipe. And I'm like if you're listening to the audiobook.
Yeah, I did. I thought that I'd put a hold on these, and I did. Like, I totally, like, I have, this is the one for Scully that I was talking about, where it's
Yeah, I think I remember seeing those at the bookstore.
yeah, and then, like, that's the other one where it's, like, mostly white.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I actually have those right now. Oh, this is the other one I was going to use for green. Dude, fuck you, Armada. Sorry, get out of here. Every Heart a Doorway. I haven't read that yet.
Yeah, you need that one.
I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that instead of Armada. Get the fuck out of here, Armada. Fuck you.
Yeah, definitely don't read Armada when you can read a book that's like maybe 100 pages.
Yeah,
and is amazing.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay. So. And Ink Not Blood. I love Buffy, and I am very excited for this out. Very, very excited.
I never finished Buffy. I didn't watch it when it was originally airing, and then that was one that I like comfort binged a couple years ago when Greg was working so much, and I would just sit at home by myself. I watched a lot of Buffy, but I've never finished it. I've never completed the series, but I
kind of skipped the last series. I only watched it on Netflix like once all the way through, and then I was gonna do a rewatch, and then they took it off Netflix, and I was like, "This is
it gone now?"
There, yeah. Trying to get an arc. Oh, of the Slayer book. Are there arcs? I haven't seen it.
Ink Not Blood said that they got a chapter sample.
That's pretty cool.
Chapter sampler. So
hopefully they'll. Oh, it's on Hulu. I don't have Hulu anymore.
Same. That's yeah. Me and Greg canceled our Hulu because like he uses it to keep up to date on like active ongoing shows or whatever, and everything's in summer break right now. But
yeah,
there's been some other stuff that I know is on there that I have been wanting to watch, but like maybe now is not the time because I have way too many books to read.
Exactly. I watched all of the Grace and Frankie show on Netflix and loved it.
I feel like I've noticed that a lot of like publishers are doing that, especially with like really big titles where they're just doing like chapter samplers and not doing full arcs. And
sometimes I feel like they're rushed to market, like they don't have time.
Maybe I was of the opinion that it's like stuff that they know already has hype and they don't feel the need to like produce arts because the purpose of arts is to get people hyped. Like let people read it and get it out there and talking about it and whatever. And like, I mean, for certain books, you don't have to do that. Like King of Scars, like everybody's fucking hyped as shit for that. They don't need an arc for it. So they're doing chapter samplers.
Well, it's also like any Sarah J. Maas book. There's no arcs.
Yeah. I mean, there's no need. They know that people are going to buy it. They don't need to put arcs out to get people talking about it. People are already talking about it.
I can't wait for her to finish Ninth House. That one looks fucking awesome.
What the fuck is that?
Leigh Bardugo, she's working on like a secret society Ivy League thriller.
What?
Yeah, called Ninth House.
What?
That was on the books. That was slated for next year before King of Scars was confirmed. But I think it's been pushed back.
What?
Yeah, she's gonna either have 2 books next year or 2 books at some point because
I mean, like Leigh Bardugo is like 1000% one of those people that it doesn't matter what she puts out, I'll buy it. Like,
oh yeah, hands down.
Oh, that was one of the things that we were talking about earlier. Is like all of my pre-orders.
Yeah.
That I have on Amazon. I have so many pre-orders out right now.
I definitely need the beautiful UK Six of Crows.
Oh, Julie.
In my life.
This is another one that I bought like as a green on the cover / beautiful spine is This Adventure Ends. That comes in on Tuesday for me.
Excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning.
And then, what the fuck is this? What is this? Oh, Rain and Delilah's Midnight Matinee. That's Jeff Zentner's new book. Comes out in February of next year. Got that on pre-order. This is Two Dark Reigns, the newest book in the Three Dark Crowns.
Mm-hmm.
That comes out on September 4th. Fucking hype about that. I love that series.
I need Muse of Nightmares so bad. The fact that there are people with that art is killing me.
The Wicked King, I have pre-ordered. Muse of Nightmares, I have pre-ordered. Sea Witch, which actually also comes in on Tuesday, because that comes out on Tuesday. King of Scars, I have pre-ordered, even though the date is pending. Let's see. What else? I know I've got at least one, if not like 2 or 3 more. All the pre-orders. An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, September 25th. I'm excited about that. It's got robots.
Oh, is there the Wicked King? Is it going to be all black? Because that would be really cool.
No. I mean, like, I'm sure they will do, like,
well, like Julie said she pre-ordered the BNN exclusive. I have the BN cover.
I bet it is then, because that one's black, right? That's the black.
It's all black.
Yeah.
That would actually be really pretty. I would have conflicting feelings about the Curl Prince, because I just like didn't love it, but like I also want to know what happens.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I did love it, but
yeah.
I'm really happy. Well, I'm really happy with this cover. Like, it's not wanting to participate, but it's like
it's super cool.
Yeah, it's like white and turquoisey. Like there's water and a crown and whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I'm happy about it.
I can't wait for Vengeful.
Well, yeah.
That is definitely one that I'm like, I need it. Give it to me now. I think that's actually like my top 3.
You got an arc of the Wicked King?
Yeah, she had it like she borrowed it from somebody.
Oh, okay. Fine. I won't be mad at you then. Because I was like, how fucking dare you? Like, I thought we were friends. You know I'll give it back to you. I'm not gonna like steal that shit, but like, how fucking dare you?
Oh my god.
That makes sense. I do feel like I heard her say that she like somebody lent it to her.
Yeah. Julie, have you
fine. You're forgiven, Julie. You're forgiven.
Darker Shade of Magic series? Because Vicious was my first Victoria Schwab book, and it is amazing. It's so good. But I just like I forget who's read the Darker Shade trilogy and who's not. Also, so good.
I read the first one. I really liked it. That's another one that like I didn't like intentionally not finish the series. I just haven't picked it back up.
It's kind of intentional. I still haven't finished the Monsters of Verity series. I still need to read the last book. I really want City of Ghosts.
I almost pre-ordered City of Ghosts today, and then I realized how many books I have pre-ordered and was like, pump the brakes, Stephanie. You're crazy.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah, I mean, like, literally everything that I've read from V. Schwab so far has been really great.
Oh, but no, so she wrote the first book, The Darker Shade, with intending for it to have like an ending where you don't have to read the rest of the series. And she did that with Vicious as well, because Disney burned her like hella bad.
Yeah.
And so there's no cliffhanger in the first one, but there's a cliffhanger in the second one. But the second one is my favorite. You're good, Aaliyah.
Yeah. Do what you need to do. Good on you for like actually doing a bullet journal thing. That was one of the things that I spent like way too much fucking money on, saying like I'm definitely gonna do this thing, and then I never did. Didn't follow through. So.
Yeah, I got the
I like the idea
Strum thing, but my handwriting is terrible.
My handwriting's fine. I'm just like, I just don't have the patience to like sit down and do it. It's not so much that I don't have the patience as it is that like I don't have the ability to tell other people, no, I'm not going to do your shit because I have some shit that I need to do for my damn self. So, like, I would get ready to sit down and do my thing, and they'd be like, come do these other things. And then I would get wrapped up in other people things. And anyway.
I get you.
Yeah. So.
I definitely did an actual bullet journal spread for Booktubeathon. Like, I never do that. And it's not in reaching distance, but I would totally grab it. I actually have no idea where it is right now. That's
I just would really like to have like a chalkboard or like dry erase board or something where I can like write like the like month by month like on the thing, and then like once it's gone, it's gone. Like I don't need like all the fancy stuff. I don't need to keep it forever and ever because I don't know, I just don't feel like I need to. But I also feel like having like an actual like physical representation of like this is the list of things that you need to do or whatever would be very helpful.
Yeah.
But knowing me, I would like buy all like the chalkboard and the chalk to make it look nice because I can't just have like normal chalkboard and normal chalk. And then I would set it up and I would do it once. And then that first month would stay there for like 3 months before somebody came in here and was like, are you ever going to change that? It still says July and it's December.
Yeah. That's exactly my problem. Like I always start the month and then like a day later I'm like, oh, I was doing that. And then it's the end of the month. And I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
I'll do it next month. Fucking stupid. Yeah, people take bullet journaling so seriously, and I'm like,
I love the idea of it. I just can't do it myself.
There was somebody I was talking to that was like, if you're putting, or no, maybe it was in a YouTube video. It was like, if you're putting more energy into making your to-do list than you are doing your to-do list
on the list,
you might be doing something wrong. But I'm like a planner nerd, so I just have to like put energy into like making things pretty.
I kind of like resent that a little bit, like just the littlest bit. Like I understand the sentiment, but like also, A, if like doing that makes you happy, and B is going to encourage you to actually do the things on your list, then go fuck yourself, guy.
Right.
Like who fucking cares?
I mean, it's more of like I think it's like the really complicated ones where it's like they draw like pictures on every single page, and I'm like, I can't do that right now. Like I have no time.
Yeah.
But there's some that are like really, really simple, and it's like that's perfectly fine.
That's totally fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually bullet journaled for like a solid like 6 months as like my only form of like planning. But it just gets messy for me because it's like if I'm just depending on it, it just looks terrible.
I thought I'd like stuck mine on the shelf last night, but now I don't see it. Or yesterday when I finally cleaned up my shelves. I finally cleaned up my shelves. Do you guys want to look at my shelves? Like for reals? Like,
yes.
Let's go on an adventure. Hello, friends, an adventure. Please don't knock over things. Yeah. Hello, there's my doggos. I painted those.
So cute.
I made them. The white dog, that is Riker, and the black one is Zinni. And I did much better on the white one than I did the black one. It's fine. We're not going to talk about it. So, like, up on tippy... Whoa, God, this is awkward, right? Up on tippy top of my shelves, I have, like, this big phonograph thing that plays from my phone.
That's so cool.
And my little unicorn piñata. And then I have, like, this first shelf. It's, like, really weird because my thing is backwards. And then, like, I was telling you earlier about, like, my painting that my littlest, like, not even 2-year-old niece made me. And then I have this one where I started to stack beers, but then forgot that I was stacking beers. So this is all of my video game books and also some cookbooks. And then over there is my TBR shelf. This one is like all that's stacked like flat is my Shakespeare books and then some other books. And then this one is just like, I don't know, that's a picture of me and my friends dressed as unicorns, whatever. And then like other books. And then like there's this one. And I just like I'm really happy about them this go around. Like, I don't know. I did good. I feel like I did good this time.
It looks cute. I like it.
Very, very happy. That's all. The end.
The end. Why am I yawning? What the fuck?
Because you're a sleepy.
Apparently, yeah.
It's very yawn.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's 9 o'clock here, and so like probably I'm gonna finish this beer and then I'll be out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like had that like leftovers, but now I'm like, oh no, I'm actually like hungry. Should probably make dinner.
Yeah, I snacked on candy, but I had dinner before I started, and then I snacked on some candy, and now mostly I'm just like very sleepy.
Right.
I'm like I have to be up at 6:30 in the morning, and so.
Blech.
Um,
Anybody else have any like exciting things?
if anybody has things to say or questions to ask,
Now is a good
now is the
time.
time to do it.
God, I'm so excited. Can't like it's gonna be a busy week, but
Yeah, I need to put my camera battery on charge tonight.
yeah, I've had my camera charging for like the last day. It's not like effective or anything, but usually I have it like somewhere in my room. And I was like, oh, I should probably charge this.
Yeah. I was using mine earlier and it was like flashing at me. So
Oh my god.
should probably put that on charge this week.
I don't know if I'm like nervous about any books. Like I might be, I'm a little bit like the last call since I already DNF'd it once. Like even if it was the audiobook, I'm a little worried about. But
Yeah.
sorority is the only one because finishing school seemed like it was going to be okay. But like I was like meh. But I tried a few chapters of sorority and it's written very strangely and it's already like intense.
Do you have a backup book?
So I can definitely switch to finishing school, but I don't think I will because this one it's like it moved really quick, so I don't think it'll be something that I'm like I get slogged down by. But I use this for the coin toss, so I could always just coin toss again.
Yeah. That's I think that like as long as you have, like a backup or two.
Yeah.
No, okay. Can somebody fill me in on the Newts readathon? Because like, no, I wasn't doing it. Have not been doing it. Is that this week?
That's
like,
this month.
Oh, it's like a month-long thing?
Yeah, because Book Roast was doing it. She did the Owls readathon, and then you do the Newts readathon afterwards.
Ooh.
Because you have to do your Owls, and then you can do the Newts, from what I can tell. But it's like I was kind of confused because I was like, Joe, isn't the point of the readathon to just read together though? Because that's what I thought. But like people can do it, I guess, at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I wanted to look at the Owl.
I'm not doing it. I'm very interested in it. Like I hope that it's a thing that they do again, and then maybe I will. Like it seems like a terrible idea to bump it right up next to Booktubeathon, but
Yeah, Julia, I'm definitely in the boat where I was like, Owl's finished, and I had no idea what it was. And people started talking about it like a month later, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
But
yeah. I'll keep it.
I have to go back and look at it.
Yeah. Yee. That's what we say around here. Yee. Allie, it better be sooner than friggin' next year.
Right?
I'm not trying to be mean. You told me to give you a hard time until you did it, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing what you told me. Do it. Why are you doing it?
Come on. Vlogging is easy though. Like,
Jennifer, you're probably not wrong. Like, you're probably not wrong. They probably have had that scheduled forever, but you know.
well, it's better than last year when the biennial that one and Booktubeathon were the same fucking week. Like people were trying to do both, and I was like, just stop. Give up.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing though, is like, whose fault is that, right? Because like they probably planned their other thing like way far in advance, and then like I feel like Booktubeathon waits to the last fucking minute to announce dates. Like it always feels like way last minute to me. I'm like, okay,
I mean,
like
this time it was like they announced in early June, right? When it was gonna be.
if they did, I didn't hear it until like mid-July. I felt like it was like they announced the dates, and then 2 weeks later they announced the challenges, and then like 2 weeks later the event actually starts.
Let me take a look. What the shit just happened? Here we go. And Booktubeathon.
I could be wrong though. I'm really bad at the internet, so.
Oh no, it was June 14th. Yeah, it is pretty late actually. Like for how big this is, I feel like it's.
Maybe that's what I was thinking then, because I feel like last year wasn't. It was closer to like mid-July, right?
Yeah.
It was like
mid
to late July or something. Like it's kind of late this year.
Yeah.
What it was.
I mean, if she was doing her master's, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and that's fair. But it's just like, but if you're somebody else that's like trying to plan this, like plan your own readathon in advance, and you plan like something for like the first week of August, thinking that Booktubeathon's going to be like mid to late July, and then June rolls like, and you're trying to plan this, you know, like in fucking like March or April or some shit, and you announce it, and then like mid-June rolls around and they announce Booktubeathon, and it happens to be the same week that you've planned your thing for like the last 3 months. Like that's not your fault. You know what I mean? Like
no, not at all.
And then what are you gonna do after that? Be like, hey, well, now that Booktubeathon dates have announced, like we're gonna change ours. Like you can't do that, you know? So like I feel that pain. Like anyway, that's how I feel about it. Allie, you said that, but when I started my channel last year, I was filming outside, and it was like literally 100 degrees.
That's terrible.
Just
oh my god! Don't
I miss
kill yourself.
it though. I miss it though. Like all of my like early videos is me like outside with like my brick wall in the background, and I like it. Like I like the aesthetic.
I love it. That's awesome.
And like also like it's just I was at my in-laws earlier, and I was drinking a beer, and I was like pacing near the door, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "It feels weird to drink beer inside."
Oh my god.
I feel like I need to be outside.
Yeah, I feel like Booktubeathon, like considering how many people do it, it definitely delays. Like the reading challenges pissed me off. I was like, announce the reading challenges when you announce when your dates are.
Like, don't announce the dates until you announce the challenges.
Yeah, it's like
right? Like announce both at the same time, but also both should maybe be like a little further in advance.
Yeah. Oh
yeah, no, I know.
Oh my god,
it's gross. That's not really what I meant. I wasn't telling you to do it outside. I was just, I don't know, being facetious, I guess. I don't know. Just like, oh yeah, well, I did it outside, but I don't really mean for you to do it outside. It's too hot. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't die.
I had fun, but it was a bad idea. It's one of those where it's like, I had fun, but it was a bad idea. Like when I did that video, like you know, like a couple months ago, where I did the like everybody was doing those bookish would you rather things. Those were floating around. But then I decided to do, you didn't see people doing that. Like Jesse the Reader did one, and then like, I don't know, some of the other like big booktubers were doing like bookish would you rather quizzes. And I decided to do one where I was going to like answer genuinely what I would answer, but if my answer was not the most popular answer, then I would do a shot. And everybody was like, how much fun? And I was like, please don't do this. It was the worst. I was so hungover the next day. It was awful.
Oh no.
It was fun though. It was fun as fuck while I was filming it, but the next day I felt like garbage. So
oh my god. That's amazing.
Yeah. Chelsea said that she was gonna do it. She was like, I know you said not to, but I'm probably gonna. And I was like, I mean, more power to you. But also please don't.
You will get fucked up.
Jennifer, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad that my pain was worth it. So somebody watched it and had a good time, so I'm good. Very
Why
slurps.
are we so sleepy? Oh my gosh. But yeah, so like the only book that I'm like not loving and I'm frustrated about is Crazy Rich Asians, but I think all the other books I'm gonna be like, yes.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
How far into that one are you?
I'm like
I know you
halfway
said
through.
earlier, like halfway.
Yeah, like I'm
I
over
mean,
halfway through and she just met his mom. Like the whole fucking story is
isn't
about
that what the whole thing is about?
yeah, it's like
What?
it's so weird.
Mm.
Like I like the main character, and if it wasn't such a weird writing style, I would be loving it. But there's also footnotes for every single word in a different language,
I
and
have
it's
mixed
honestly
feelings
sometimes
about that.
yeah, sometimes it's like okay, yeah, I don't know the word, but from the context, I got it. Like you don't need to tell me every time. And there was one page that had like a footnote this long. And I was like, this is not Nevernight.
I was fixed to say, like, coming from the person who really loves Nevernight, like that's
Yeah,
a thing I never
exactly.
for sure.
And I loved the footnotes in Nevernight because it was expanding the world.
Yeah.
But with this, it was like expanding the world of Singapore. And I was like,
Meh.
I get it. It's Singapore. They're rich. We don't need to detail it anymore at all.
Oh no. I've heard such mixed things about the rest of Us Just Live Here. I think, like, I haven't ever read it, but like it seems like a book that I would really like, and that's probably one that I'll read eventually, even though I've heard like a lot of not great things about it. But like,
Yeah. Is that Patrick Ness?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't read anything by him, but I'm like,
He did a Monster Calls, right?
yeah, he did.
Which was not his concept. Like he wrote it based off an idea that someone else had or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have like some kind of like, I mean, not like crazy like special edition, but like not. Hang on, I'll grab it. Yeah, this was one that like I had heard so many great things about, right? But then like I read it and I mean like I liked it. I didn't have any problems with it, but like it just didn't hit me the way that it hits a lot of people. But I've also like never known someone personally that has had to deal with cancer in any way, shape, or form. So yeah. Like I understand why I felt that way about it, but like it wasn't bad. I'm not like crapping on it or anything. Inspired by an idea from Siobhan Dowd.
Interesting.
Yeah, and there's like in this, there's an author's note that's like talks about like that's how the idea came about and whatever. And yeah, but I have this one, like this edition that came out after the movie, because that was going to be my book to movie last year, and then I never watched the movie. So
the person who
like after I realized
came
that,
up with the concept died, so he wrote it.
Yeah, and then passed away before it came to be to full fruition. Yeah.
That's rough. Damn. Oof. Yeah, my
Allie, I bet. That was my thing, is like I've never had to, but I understand where that book could fucking wreck someone if you know someone.
I have not read it, and I'm just like I don't read books that cry. Like it's not my thing.
I plan to. I mean, like I don't have anything against watching the movie. I'll watch it eventually, but that's like last night in the live show, y'all were talking about like Julie's brand is just to cry, and I wanted to be like, bitch, why you coming for my brand? Back off. Like that's my thing. I cry. How dare you? I don't have a plan to write my own book, Ashley, but I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea. I just don't think that I personally have the self-motivation or dedication to do what needs to be done. I have lots of ideas. Like I'm weird. Like I have lots and lots of ideas for books, but like most of my ideas have no conflict. So I'm like, that seems like it would be boring as shit to read. So I just don't bother writing it.
I have wanted to do like a few like writing videos, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it, mostly because I'm like around November, like in NaNoWriMo, I'm like, I'm gonna write, and then I don't. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
it would be
that's a thing
interesting.
that I have done regularly is like I'm always like, oh, NaNoWriMo's a thing. What month is that again? And I'm like, oh, that was 2 months ago. Well, maybe next year.
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, The Lion King is probably the Disney movie that I've seen the least because it's guaranteed to make me cry every single time. Like,
I love The
I
Lion
can't
King.
do
I
it.
just skip that part like every time. I'm
I
like,
can't do
nope.
it. Can't do it. No can do.
I watched The Lion King and The Little Mermaid over and over and over again when I was a kid.
Mine is Aladdin. Like
I love Aladdin.
I was getting ready to start kindergarten when Aladdin came out, and I picked out like an Aladdin lunchbox for school, and my dad was like, "I'm not buying you this Aladdin lunchbox because the next movie that comes out, you'll like that movie better than this movie, and you won't want this lunchbox anymore." And I was like, "No, I promise, Dad, it's my favorite movie ever of all time ever. No movie will ever be better." So like he bought me that lunchbox, and
Oh
so
my God,
like
it's so cute.
literally to this day, I'm like, "That's my favorite movie. Fight me." Like
Fight.
trying to
love
prove
it.
a point. Like I love this lunchbox. Fuck you.
Oh my God, that's awesome. One of the little
but I
girls
love
that comes into my
So
Aladdin's amazing. One of the little girls that comes into my office came in and she was wearing this little green dress and she looked like Tinkerbell. I was like, oh my God, you look like Tinkerbell. You're so cute. And she's like, who's Tinkerbell? And I was like, so you haven't seen
how
Peter
dare
Pan,
you?
have you?
What?
Yeah, it's not honestly like a popular, like,
That's crazy to me. Like my best friend, his wife, that's like her favorite like childhood like Disney movie, and also just like the J.M. Barrie original like book. Like she loves Peter Pan. So like I've already started. They're currently like trying to have a baby, and so like I've like been like low key hoarding Peter Pan things for the baby shower.
good call.
Like,
Good call.
yeah.
Hercules is
So
awesome. I love Hercules.
Hercules is really good. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. I just saw that on like Netflix, I guess maybe, or like Amazon,
I cannot
or
even say I know what that is.
no, you know what it was? It was Hoopla. That's what it was. Because Hoopla has like a fucking Roku app or whatever. And so we downloaded the Roku app and we were looking through the movies and I saw it and I was like, I've literally never fucking heard of this.
Interesting.
So I'll check it out though.
So Little Mermaid is definitely my favorite classic, but Tangled is
good as fuck, dude. So
good.
underrated.
And Big Hero 6.
Baymax is my bae. Look at he's so cute. I fucking love Baymax so much. So I love that's another movie though that is guaranteed to make me boohoo like a baby.
Oh yeah, no, I sobbed during that movie. Like,
yeah, it doesn't matter how many times I watch it, I will always cry like a child.
Oh yeah. There's some parts of it that I just like don't watch. I'm like
Mulan
the other part and the ending part.
Okay, so now like Allie sang Bed Knobs and Broomsticks too. I'll watch that. Cool. I don't know. I was about to say like I'll watch that this week, but then I remembered that Booktubeathon was a thing.
No, so I had the same thought process. I was like, oh, I can watch it tonight. Wait, nope, I gotta read my books.
Brother Bear is good as fuck too.
I love Brother Bear.
Brother Bear, you as fuck.
I can't watch that one though because it does make me cry, and I'm like, I don't want to cry, but like, Baymax makes me so happy.
I love Big Hero 6. But I also super love Wreck-It Ralph. I feel like not enough people talk about Wreck-It Ralph. Oh my god.
I know. I need to fix that, especially because the new trailer came out, and I was like, oh, this looks amazing.
It's so good. I'm a video game baby, though. Like, I love my video games. So it was just like a good, hefty dose of nostalgia. Inside Out is okay. Like, that was one that I think, like, maybe was a little overhyped when I saw it. Like, everybody kept talking about how fucking amazing it was. So I was expecting, like, way better than what I, actually got.
I liked it. I would say Zootopia was better.
Zootopia is really good. Another one is Meet the Robinsons. I feel like not enough people talk about that movie. Like, that movie is good as fuck. Desiree, I don't like actively play a lot of video games because I'm really bad at them. But I mean, like, are you really sure that you're ready for this? Because, like, I mean,
whoa, excuse me. Sorry.
Having a hard time thinking of a game that, like, I don't like.
I really like the Batman Arkham games.
Those are really good games.
Yeah. Lara Croft. The new Lara Croft games are fucking amazing.
Yeah, we almost watched the new Lara Croft movie last night, but then we watched the trailer before we started the movie to see if my mom would be okay to watch it too. And I was just like, it makes it look awful. Like, it makes it look so cheesy and stupid.
Yeah.
I hate it. So we decided not to. But, like, I love, like, all the Dark Souls games and, like, Bloodborne and shit. Like, I love those. Like, I don't play them because I'm, again, garbage at games, but Greg plays them. I love all the. I do actually play Fallout. I'm ready for the new Fallout game because that's gonna be fun as fuck. My favorite game of all time is Super Mario World. I know that that's basic, but I don't give a shit. Fight me. That game is the best fucking game. Like, there is not a game better than that. Like, I could literally, like, play that game and watch people play that game from this moment until the day I died and not get sick of it. Like,
awesome.
And to me, that makes it the best game because I can't say that about anything else. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of a book or movie that does to me what Super Mario World does to me. It just makes me so happy.
Yay, that's so good. Alea,
Desiree, like, talk to me on Twitter. Like, there's too many.
There's
like,
so many. Oh, Halo. Yeah, Halo is my.
Halo's really fun.
Oh my god, you had a Halo wedding?
Oh, that's so fun.
What? I need pictures.
Cute. That's
I need to see this.
Yeah.
And
actually, I can't think of a game that I don't care for, and it's World of Warcraft. Like, I've tried to play it several times, and I couldn't get into it. And, like, me and Greg were, like, Greg was kind of, I love you, Greg. He was, like, that person that, like, spent so much time and energy and money focused on that game that I was just like, I could stand naked next to him and be like, bleed, and he would be like, when I finish.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
So, but he quit playing, and, like, he kind of, like, bops in and out now, and so, like, it's fine.
That's good.
I understand why people like it. I'm not mad. Like, I don't hate it. I'm not like, oh, why does this game exist? But that's the one that, like, everybody's always told me, like, you would love. Oh, fucking Fable. How could I forget Fable? The Fable games are so fucking good.
I, like, tried playing those. Those are the types of games I can't do, though. Like, I love story games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like with the Arkham games, you have a story and puzzles that you need to figure out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Lara Croft. But, like, with Fable, it's like, you can dick around wherever you want to go. And, I have played the beginning to Skyrim probably 70 times. That just one with the dragon, so many times. And I get to the point where they're like, you can do anything. And I go, well, that's too many options. So no.
Yeah. You don't like those sandboxy kind of games that, like, yeah. I understand that. That's what Greg just showed me a meme, like, earlier today or yesterday or something that was like Fallout, and it was like, I'm gonna play Fallout, and then it's like storyline, and it has like this, like a straight line or whatever, and then it's like what I do, because it gives you that ability to, like, you can either follow the storyline or you can just, like, do whatever the fuck you want. So
what I like
I love that the Fable games give you, like, that ability to, like, do what you want and make your own decisions, but then it also, like, affects your storyline, like the, you know, like, good and evil aspect of it or whatever.
Yeah.
As I have over here on my shelf, and it's like tattered and torn and beat up because my doggos have chewed on it so much. But, like,
oh no,
it looks like a book. It looks like an old book, but it's actually cool. Like the special edition of Fable 3. So I still have it, even though I don't have an Xbox 360. And it came with, like, a deck of cards and a coin that I totally could have used for a coin toss. Like, it's got, like, a little secret pocket on the bottom. And then you can, like, pull it out, and it's got a deck of cards and a good and evil coin.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's got, like, the good side and the bad side.
Interesting. And I also started Witcher. I think the first
Witcher
one,
3.
Like, could not get into
Witcher
it.
3, I had, like, a glitched version of it for some reason. I started trying to play it, and I got to this point in the tutorial where it was like, climb the ladder, and my person would just go and drop down and, like, and dropped down. And I was like, oh, God damn it. And I just like rage quit. And I was like, I can't do it. Can't do it. And Greg restarted it. And he's like, okay, it works now. I was like, I don't care. I'm mad now. And I've never picked it back up.
So that actually, the first time I played Halo, you like the very first game, you like do the tutorial and then you go get your gun. And the first time I played, it must have glitched because you're not supposed to be able to shoot yet. Like you get the gun, you go test out the gun, and then you go do the thing. But I had the gun, I accidentally shot some dude in the room, and then they killed me. Which I don't think was right.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was like, that shouldn't have been able to happen, but that totally did. I have not read any Witcher books.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if any of these people like poked around, because I said that I have like my video game bookshelf or whatever, and I have lots of Assassin's Creed books down there just because like when what was the Assassin's Creed that was like the, you know, like when America first started, like the founding of the United States or whatever, like that one that took place in that time. Me and Greg were playing that when he got really sick and he was in the hospital. But I was like, okay, well, I'm not just going to sit here on my butt. So I went and bought like the Assassin's Creed books that took place in that time. And then that part of the timeline or whatever. So I have several of those on my shelf. And then I have some that like some Diablo books. Because I also really like the Diablo games. Those are really fun.
Yeah, I'm kind of picky. Like, I really like the last, like, Arkham Knight, because it's like there's a whole bunch of side things, but you have to do all of them to, like, level up. But you can pick which ones you get to do first, and I like that. But it's still, like, story modes, subplots, which is cool.
Yeah.
That game was, like, there's a couple things that freaked me the fuck out. I was playing one part of it on the couch, and my ex was sitting next to me, and like a bat guy just shows up, like a man bat thing, and he like you're flying around the city.
Man bat. That's exactly what it is. Man bat.
And so I was like scaling a building, and he grabs you, and it's like in the middle of the fucking thing, and both me and my ex just jumped like a solid foot each, and it was hilarious.
I love it.
Oh my god, it's so good. So good. I really want to play video games right now.
I know, like, there's a whole bunch of games that are out right now that I really want to play, and I kept telling Greg, was like, I want to play, but I know that if I get started, I'll never get anything else done, and I just can't. You know, like, I've got to wait for like a good lull when there's like not any books that I like really want to read. And instead of binging Netflix, I need to just like play games and stuff.
Yeah.
Which makes me really sad. Because like I went to the midnight release when the Switch came out. We had one pre-ordered, but like I went to get a Switch and stood in the line and like met lots of super, super nice people. But like I love my Switch, but it's one of those that like I just ever since I finished Odyssey, like Mario Odyssey, it just like sits there.
Oh no!
And I know that if I turn it on, it's gonna have like 1,000 updates, and like, it just makes me really sad because I know like Captain Toad. There's a Captain Toad game that's fixing to come out. Like, Mario Party is finally coming out. They're getting out with a Mario Party game. I'm fucking stoked about that. Like, fucking, the new Pokemon game is coming, and I can't decide if I want Pikachu or Eevee. Like, why do you make me decide? I can't. Don't you know how indecisive I am? But that's for sure. Like when that game releases, like I won't be reading fuck all for like at least a week.
I mean, at least you know. That's good. Oh, who's that behind you?
You got me for a minute. For a minute, I was like, "Who? It's like, is Greg here?" But then I was like, he would come from that direction. And I was like, "Oh, you're being funny." LOL.
Oh, I was like, I thought he was talking about they were talking about my pops. So I was like, these are my pops. And there's also no way there could be anyone behind you.
I thought it was one of those. I thought it was one of those jokes. It's like, yeah.
The dude behind you is Alex and Sakir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Y'all are hilarious. Super Jennifer, I'm leaning towards Evie, honestly. Yeah, Desiree, like I like the NES Classic. I've been thinking about getting. I want one of the Super Nintendo ones because like I never had like an original Nintendo, but I had the Super Nintendo, and I played so much fucking Super Nintendo. And the fact that you can get like one of those SNES classics for like $60 and have all those games is just bonkers to me. I don't
Yeah.
know. One of these days, y'all are gonna see me just like ghost on all y'all, and it's gonna be because I quit reading and now my life is devoted to trying to speedrun Super Mario World. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna
Yes.
happen. So, well, wave back then because I am not gonna.
You're being
Alex, but
rude.
yeah, I don't have my original Super Nintendo, but I've bought like 3 Super Nintendos. So I have one somewhere, and then I have like a giant box full of Super Nintendo games. Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Oh. I was like, bitch is gonna get blocked. Stop fucking with me.
I mean,
No, but it's
all
fine.
right. You guys,
Yeah.
yeah, they're not really
No, I mean,
doing anything that bothers me.
fine. I looked, I was like,
I like the fact
do I
that,
have
like,
a window in frame? And then I was like, no.
yeah, I'm like, he's like, there's a wind on the window. I'm like, sure, dude. I like that some 2 guys are out there like, hey, you know what we want to do tonight? Creep out some.
Let's go fuck with literally anybody that's live on YouTube.
Okay, guys. That sounds like fun. We're talking about books here.
Yeah,
Okay?
books,
Catch
obviously.
up.
I know it might sound like we're talking about video games, but you're wrong. Ooh.
Family. Yeah.
5, 6.
I cannot tell if they thought that that was funny or not, or if they're just. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're stupid. Bye.
All right. So we're back to your regularly scheduled content.
Right.
Oh, Desiree is like not here for this shit.
Get him. Get him. Okay. I'm really interested to see like what my page count is going to be for this week. Do you do that? Do you like add up all of your page count?
I usually don't, but now I feel like I want to. Some of these
I'm looking at this stack and I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of books.
Let me see what I got. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Like the only one that's really long is Into the Drowning Deep and If We Were Villains. But I have If We Were Villains on audio, so I should be good.
Yeah, I got rid of my longest book, I'm pretty sure. Armada or whatever.
Graphic novels
That's
are great.
fine. Yeah, no, that's what I was telling my dad-in-law earlier. He was like, "How do people do this with full-time jobs?" And I was like, "Graphic novels, like they're smart."
Yeah, I did like 2 or 3 graphic. Actually, I think I did 3 graphic novels last year, but then I also read like half of the Salem witch trials like nonfiction book.
Actually, have to take a potty break, so I will be right back.
Okay. Julie, you missed it. We had like some trolls in our chat there for a hot second. Or I don't know if you were here or not. You just weren't in the chat room. Graphic novels are awesome. Like I'm excited for this one because I'm like, this looks like it's gonna be real fun. And it's super short. I'm really liking the art style too. It looks great. But yeah, I probably should have added more graphic novels, but I'm trying to read books that I own, but have been so bad about it. So terrible. Oh, you're writing. That's so cool. Ah, yeah. Bad. Yeah, I'm not too worried about them. I was like, I could block them, but I won't. Just in case. I didn't realize the trolls were the ones that brought up the skank hunters. I thought that was like something else. That's pretty impressive. Eliza, you're back. Oh, did you block them, Sherry? I didn't know that people could do that. Interesting.
Mm. I didn't either, or I'd have done that myself last night in Chelsea and Julie and Natasha's live show.
Yeah, there was definitely one time because I was Oh, you're just kidding. There was at least one time where there was a troll somewhere in somebody's live show that I was like, no, let's not.
Yeah. I texted Chelsea last night and I was like, unless that's somebody you know, like, you might wanna block that motherfucker.
Yeah. There's a block function. I've done it before on my channel. Like when I was doing the Vampire Academy live shows, there was like one dude that came in and was like, he was just being offensive. It was stupid. People keep giving me money to go to Barnes and Noble. That's awesome, Alea. Ooh, Lost Boys?
Oh,
Vampires?
shit.
What?
Ooh, lifelike.
She thick?
Easily by far, like, the longest book so far.
Oh, maybe I should write this down.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'll still get it read. It's gonna be fine. Because, like, the rest of these books are actually, like, much shorter than I anticipated. But
I need a pen. I'll be right back.
okay.
Ooh. That was not that hard.
Y'all were talking about that last night, Julie, and like it just sounded so fun that everybody was just like good humored about it, you know? That's not how you spell record. Record of a spaceborne few.
Dang, Julie, wow, they sound pleasant. Okay, so my graphic novel is not numbered, so that's just, let's say, 50 pages.
Hey, can I ask you guys something? Just
No.
because I don't know off the top of my head, and maybe somebody else does, because I'm really bad at like being up to date on book things. How many books is Becky Chambers gonna do in the Wayfarers series? Does anybody know? Like, this is like Record of a Spaceborne Few is number 3. Is she gonna like continue on, or is this the last one?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at page count is on Goodreads. Like,
I probably should look it up, but I'm lazy. Wow, Alea, that's a lot of bookmarks. You should do a video if you wanted to.
This is bonkers. This is too many. This is too many pages. I've made horrible decisions. Life is dumb. Screw the Booktubeathon.
Screws the Booktubeathon.
I quit.
Quit before we even start.
Shit. Okay.
Okay, my average is like less than 300, which is good. I'll get an accurate reading on the graphic novel.
This
Nope.
is this
Nope.
is insanity. It's really not. It's actually not that bad.
It's actually not that bad.
It seems like so much, and then I got like the page total for the week, and I was like, actually, that's not that bad, because it's like it's like 309 pages a day, and I'll be fine, which is totally achievable.
It's trying to tell me that this is 168 pages.
Goodreads
Right?
is?
Yeah. There's no fucking way this is 168 pages. I'm gonna say 100. But I don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, what, like, if you look in the physical book, what does it say? Are you sure
It
it's
does.
like this?
It doesn't have.
It's not like a compendium versus a volume or some dumb shit like that.
I scanned the barcode.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck off. I don't know.
Yeah. Because it says volume 1. Yeah.
Oh, Julie says it usually includes acknowledgments and stuff.
Huh. I'm gonna say 75, just because there's
I can
probably
see where looking at like the page count would stress somebody out, and I'm not gonna like keep track of it day to day.
Yeah.
But for some of these longer books, if I can't finish them like in a day, because that's what I usually think, like 7 boys in 7 days. Like, but if some of these longer books I can't finish in a day, it makes me feel a little bit better to know that like that book is longer than what like the average daily page count should be. So
yeah.
I have not read The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Is that like
What?
Sabrina the Teenage Witch? The longest book,
Xenophyte.
I have 3 books that are like within 5 pages of each other. I have Goodbye Days is 405 pages. Record of a Spaceborne Few is 400 pages. And Lifelike is 402 pages.
Dang.
So, yeah.
I have
my total page count is 2,165 for the week.
Jesus. Mine is 1,700.
Yeah, no, that's great. Like,
Yeah.
but 309 pages a day is what it'll take for me to be able to actually read all of these in a week.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna be fine, because like you have to keep in mind, like one of them is Jacoby, which is only like it's less than 300 pages. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, another story, other lessons from the crematory or whatever is like 270 pages. Every Heart a Doorway is like 100
super short.
169 pages. Like, yeah, like those I'll blow through. So it's gonna be fine. Like I can probably do like Jacoby and Every Heart a Doorway in one day. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, good night, Britt. I'm so glad that you're on top of this shit, because like I'll see your yellow pop up and I'll be like,
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, good night. Hello, goodbye.
Hello, goodbye.
Hello, goodbye.
So Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is a comic series.
Comic
I'm into it.
series?
Yeah.
But is it like Sabrina the Teenage Witch? I know I asked that, but like, is it the
Yeah. Either way, I'm into it.
classical music when you read? That's smart. I've listened to, going back to video games again. Like I've listened to like video game soundtracks.
That makes
when
sense.
I read. Yeah, like because I've got like really like some of the like like more epic games have like really nice like classical scores or whatever, like big like full orchestral scores, and then also you have like little 8-bit songs are really great, or it is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Fun as fuck. Hell yeah.
Into it.
Or like one of my favorite soundtracks is Undertale. That shit's good as fuck. That game is good as fuck. I really like it.
That's awesome.
I have seen the Archie Zombie series. That actually, like the Archie Zombie comics came out before Riverdale was a thing. But I think probably Riverdale could not have happened without those Archie zombie comics because they are like really fucking like brutal and gross and disgusting.
Interesting.
And, like,
I knew that they
real
did
and,
the
like,
Archie ones. I didn't know there was a zombie series though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was like, because, you know, like Archie comics are like, me, happy fun times or whatever.
Yeah.
But like the Archie zombie series is like gross and dark.
Interesting.
And it's like one of the first times that like Archie was very like sinister. So I think that that kind of like, you know, like made way for Riverdale, which I love as a show. I understand that it's kind of garbage, but also I super love it. So.
Yeah, I love the cinematography of it and like the color schemes, but the acting can be so bad. And I'm like,
I mean,
the writing
it's
too.
a CW show, right?
This is true. This is so true.
So that like I feel like if as long as you keep that in mind, and if that's like a thing that you're into, is like that stuff that's like kind of cheesy, and you can acknowledge that it's not like the best ever,
Yeah.
but like I am trash for it. Like I love it so much.
Yeah, I totally get you.
That's really interesting about these Sabrina comics. What did your sister walk to? A video game soundtrack?
I think it was the one you just said.
Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's good for that, I think.
Bye, Julie.
Yeah, bye, Julie. Love you. I love you.
I wish you luck on the Booktubeathon and your crazy week.
Yeah, I'll watch your daily vlogs if you decide to do them.
Yep. Does anybody have like last questions? Because now I'm like really hungry, actually.
Yeah. It's like almost 10 o'clock here, and
yeah, you got to get up early.
I do. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it, but I do have to get up early. So. That's really interesting. If it's like the Archie zombie comics, like.
Woo! Lux. Yeah, I think I know that one. Isn't it like Scooby Apocalypse? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are super cute.
Oh, they're cute. That's not what I want.
Well, they're not like.
I mean, like I'm not opposed to it, but like.
It's more of like I haven't read them, but like the art is
shit.
like.
I want that grody shit.
The grody shit. Yeah, no, I haven't read those, but I really want to.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about that, actually. I need to read more of the Woods. That series is really good. Yeah. All right. How many hours does everybody have until Booktubeathon officially starts? I have 4.
Julie said, okay, yeah, no, she's got 1 because I have 2. Yeah. I have 2. It's almost 10, so.
Bye, Sherry. Thank you for coming.
Hanging out.
What?
I always said the same thing at the same time. I was like,
oh my god.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
You guys have 2 hours.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm over here like, do. Still got 4 hours. But I'm straight up, I'm going to try and finish like almost all of Crazy Rich Asians in like 1 sitting. Because I'm done with it. Like, I'm so tired of this stupidness.
Yeah. I'm not going to read anything tonight because A, I'm sleepy, and B, I've had too much to drink for that shenanigans.
Yep.
So, and C, I know that I'm not going to be able to, like, watch any YouTube for the rest of the week if I want to get these books done.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go, like, I don't know, watch some Grand Pooh Bear or something, and then I'm going to sleep.
The sleeps.
And then I will start tomorrow when I wake up. What am I going to start with? That's the question, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be starting with, I think my order will be trying to finish, and if I give up, I give up. I'm going to try and finish If We Were Villains quickly,
Uh-huh.
And then sorority I've already started, and then like I could probably get like both of these done in one day. Like easy.
Oh, for sure. I think that's
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah. So maybe I'll try and get these done like quickly. And then like ride out the rest of the week with sorority if we were villains and Into the Drowning Deep. I have a feeling I'm gonna try and end on Into the Drowning Deep because I know I'm gonna like that one.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking is like, okay, so which one do I think is gonna like fuck me up the most, right?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of leaning lifelike.
It definitely has a really intense ending. Like I threw the book across the room.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning lifelike on like my finisher. And it's sci-fi, right? So like I don't want to put a sci-fi next to a sci-fi. I want to space them out a little bit.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna stack these in the order that I'm gonna read them. That's what I'm doing right now. So like I don't want to read Record of a Spaceborne Few right next to that. I also probably don't want to read Goodbye Days right next to Lifelike, but also like I want Goodbye Days towards the end because I feel like it's gonna fuck me up like emotionally. Not like mind blow, but like
yeah.
Also A Wrinkle in Time. Actually, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like that right there, and then this right here, and then okay. I think I'm actually gonna start with Jacoby.
I like that idea.
And then I'm either gonna do Every Heart a Doorway or Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. Probably Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, then Every Heart a Doorway, then Record of a Spaceborne Few, then Goodbye Days, then A Wrinkle in Time, then Lifelike.
Damn, you have like some thick ass books.
Yeah. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I can do it. I have faith in myself. I just am going to have 0 life this week.
It happens.
But that's fine. That's totally fine. It's probably good. It'll probably be good for me. I'll text you later about some other stuff I've got going on this week.
Cool. All right, guys. I see that we still have 6 people, but 4. Never mind. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up now. So if you have anything else to say, you gotta get it in the chat like right now.
Yeah. Because I don't know what Maddie's doing, but my butt's gonna be gone here in the next 5 minutes.
Yes.
Faux show.
We'll wrap this up. We did a pre-Booktubeathon Bash. I'm liking this. This is fun. I definitely want to do live shows before this again because it's entertaining. Faux show.
Yeah, I love these. Like I'm like, what is this, like 3 or 4 that we've done together now? And like,
yeah, several.
Yeah, I've had way too much fun every time we've done it. And this is actually the first time that, like, despite how much I've had to drink today, I feel like I'm at a reasonable level of intoxication. And
right. I feel like every time I've been like,
I'm going to remember the last half of this show tomorrow.
Book Argon. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and
also, like, if anybody doesn't follow me on Twitter, you should do that.
Follow Stephanie.
Yeah, because in case I don't like like daily vlog this week, I'll definitely be on Twitter for sure.
Yeah. I'll definitely be updating Instagram stories and hopefully not being drunk as fuck.
I really gotta fucking remember that Insta stories are a thing. Like,
they're my thing now. Like, I don't know why. I just like love doing them. Oh, you got a lot from you. That's good. Good for you. Thank you for joining me.
I literally okay. So I told you that I took my mom and got her a library card. Like, a day or 2 ago or whatever. So my mom told my sister, like, you really need to go get a library card. And she was like, how much does it cost? And I was like, that's the point of a library. It's free.
Oh,
library is the best.
Yeah, I abuse the library, and this is why all of my books I already own, because I need to effectively slim down this ridiculous.
That's why I have $90 worth of books in my cart sitting there that, like, I've already read, but I'm purchasing because I love them so much. But it's because I got them from Overdrive is my best fucking friend.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love it so much. I was telling somebody last night, I was like, she was saying that she had like one of those like first generation Nooks, and I had one, and mine shit out on me, and that's why I bought a new Kindle or why I asked for a new Kindle for Christmas, because like it wasn't working anymore, and it has been like I would have happily paid the money for it because it has saved me like at least 3 times as much using Overdrive with my Kindle. Like, worth it. Worth it. I just got access to Hoopla yesterday, so, but yes. Anyway.
All right, guys, we are gonna go. Yeah, Overdrive is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go now. Thank you guys for joining us.
Good
Definitely
luck with
come back
Booktubeathon.
if we do this again. Bye-bye. I'm going to go ahead and end it.